The stage is set.
Welcome to my Wipeout Wonderland!
24 ordinary men and women are about to go head-to-head with the most extraordinary obstacle course ever assembled. Those brave enough must be prepared to endure breathtaking spills, spectacular tumbles, and catastrophic falls. Only the swiftest and fastest four will move on and compete in our final obstacle course, the biggest of them all, the Wipeout Zone, the final step in the journey to $50,000. The epic competition begins now to see who will emerge victorious and who will wipe out.
I'm not the best swimmer.
Hello, America. I'm John Anderson, and welcome to Wipeout, where the pull of $50,000 competes with the pull of gravity as 24 men and women tackle the wettest, muddiest, nastiest obstacle course ever created. With me, as always, is world-renowned obstacle course enthusiast John Henson.
Thank you very much, John. Just one question. Are these people actually here of their own volition?
As far as I know, that is the case, yes.
Okay, that means they have either never seen the show before or they are the bravest souls on earth.
Let's go with the latter, shall we? These 24 brave men and women will be competing for $50,000, and first up, it's the Wipeout qualifier. This week, our old friends, the tumble tubes, return.
Ah, yes.
And then it's on to the sucker punch.
Now with extra punch. And the most inefficient bridge in the world, the big balls.
And finally, contestants are treated to a less than relaxing bubble bath swing.
Wipeout, take me away.
And remember, John, only the 12 fastest times move on to our next round.
All right, John, I'm ready to go. Let's see some wipeouts.
The first contestant up today is Brent Williams, who at 63 is the oldest competitor we have ever had.
Welcome to my Wipeout Wonderland!
Wow, what a colorful character.
Indeed, John, you have no idea. Jill spoke with him earlier.
Guys, I'm down here with Brent. Now, what brought you here today?
Well, what do you think? My wings. You know, you've heard of Batman. I'm the toucan parrot man. I'm gonna just kind of fly through this thing and have a lot of fun.
Okay.
I can actually kind of like levitate a little. See? Gotta get up to speed, Jill.
That is one loony bird.
You are right about that, Jill.
Man, he does have quite a personality.
I actually think he's got quite a few.
Well, hopefully all their legs will work in unison because, well, he's starting there at the tumble tubes where he's going to have to roll to the other side.
Our 63-year-old loony bird is doing pretty well for being the oldest contestant we've ever had.
Well, it says here he is an ex-champion gymnast.
Yeah, I think he actually invented the cartwheel. And the wheel.
Come on, talk to Daddy.
Uh-oh, now he's hearing voices. I gotta tell you, I am thoroughly impressed with Brent's run so far.
Yeah, he is doing crazy good on the qualifier. Now a little shadow boxing.
Yeah, or he just really sees somebody.
Getting started on our sucker punch wall. And he's going to want to avoid the punch bowl because today that now contains 10% real fruit juice.
Seems a little unfair, doesn't it, John? There are only 22 gloves and about 30 of his personality. Ow! He has been knocked for a fruity loop.
I'll get you guys back later.
Brent giving the sucker punch a piece of his mind. Or what's left of it, anyway.
On to the big balls, where Brent has to fly across to the other side.
That was a fun one.
Yes, and fun deserves two looks.
Brent flies over the cuckoo's nest and into the water.
That water landing's going to cost loony old Brett some time for sure. Now he has to swim over to that final obstacle, the bubble bath swing. Now swing into the tub, and his run is done. If he misses, Brent has to swim to the platform to stop the clock.
Ooh, toucan, do it. If we had judges, John, that would have been a perfect 10.
Well, we only have one judge, that's the clock. And the toucan parrot man flips us the bird, and he's in with a time of 2 minutes, 36 seconds. Take you back to the start of the course now. Pumped and ready to go is 20-year-old nursing student Kamisha Thomas.
I'm ready to get this money!
Kamisha says her technique is going to be the jump and run.
Oh, well, sometimes you have to fall and crawl before you learn to jump and run. Making sure she doesn't lose anything. Okay, now here comes that patented jump and run.
Nope, that would be the drop and flop, John.
Well, maybe our nursing student will get better results on the sucker punch.
Ooh, Florence, good nightingale. Our nursing student now preparing to examine the big balls.
Why is she going so slowly?
Well, it's a very delicate procedure, John.
Okay, she really is taking her time here. This is a thorough examination.
Guys, what are we supposed supposed to do? She won't move.
Well, if the objective is to stay on the ball as long as possible, I believe we found our winner.
I think I'm sliding.
Coming up to the sucker punch is 53-year-old Lori Flagg.
And she's not mad at the wall, John, just a little disappointed.
Smells like a spa.
Something tells me Lori's never been to an actual spa or anywhere else that smells good. Enjoy your rancid mud wrap, Lori. It's going to cost you $50,000, but feel free to stay and enjoy the facilities.
Lumbering up to the big balls now is a 45-year-old bodyguard.
Wow, Kevin Costner has really let himself go.
No, that's Marco.
Oh.
Jill spoke with him earlier.
Now, you say you're a bodyguard. Can you show us some moves? Anything you got. I'll step back.
Those are some smooth moves, John, but he's got to cross the big balls to protect his client on the other side. Whitney Houston, we have a problem.
Oh, Marco.
Polo. Clever.
Now Marco's getting ready for... Well, I don't know what Marco's getting ready for.
I think he's using the human shield technique to protect the ramp. No one's going to hurt the ramp, John, not on his watch.
Now we got some movement, Johnny.
Oh, don't worry, Marco. I will always love you.
How many times have you seen the bodyguard?
None of your business.
Double digits?
Please leave me alone.
Now on deck, former semi-pro baseball player Thomas Lynham.
Baseball? I love baseball. It's the national pastime.
Well, here are the tumble tubes.
He's on with a single, stretches that to a double, and a head-first slide into third. He's out.
Well, he's not the only one striking out on the tumble tubes.
Yeah, you're gonna want to be closer.
Ooh, that's not gonna work.
Nope.
Take a seat.
There's a groin pull.
Good use of the hands. John, I believe those shorts belong to 22-year-old Angelica Blackman.
Okay, so what motivated you to come on the show today?
I'm representing the cute girls that get underestimated.
Finally, John, someone standing up for the oppressed group of cute girls.
Are they even allowed to vote, John?
Oh.
Finally, a cute girl gets a free drink.
Oh, this is sexy.
Man, super cute girls can't even get proper sized clothing in this country. Where's their telethon? It's an outrage. Oh, also outrageous, that Wipeout. Oh, man, double jointed and totally cute. This girl's got the whole deck stacked against her.
Moving up the ladder to the bubble bath swing. Whoa! Takes the plunge there. All right, Cutie's up the ladder for a second time.
I can't believe they make cute girls do this twice. What a double standard.
The ugly truth, John. But she's putting up a great time as she prepares to swing into the bubble bath. And despite bearing the extreme burden of cuteness, Angelica comes in with an impressive time, 3 minutes, 2 seconds.
That's right, John. We're here. We're cute. Get used to it.
Next up is 18-year-old Kyle Sullivan.
You're the youngest competitor here today.
Yeah, I realize that, and I think that's an advantage. You'll get all these old geezers passing out on the obstacle course halfway through it.
Kyle is the proof that Punk is not dead.
Spoke too early, Jill. Let's make sure he makes it through the course. Approaching the tumble tubes. Now he leaps.
Oh, a new tongue piercing courtesy of the tumble tubes. All right, he is getting the kinks out as he heads over to clash with a sucker punch.
You were putting the pun in Punk, John.
You kidding me? I'm just getting started. Oh, he catches one right in the Ramones, John.
Ah, look at that.
Yeah, that was Sid Vicious.
Oh.
Oh, knocked down. But this Punk is not going to let the man or the mud keep him down.
He's supposed to go all the way across those big balls, but, you know, anti-establishment, he punks out after the third one.
And he's in the water, but it's not slowing our punk rocker down. So far, there is nothing rotten about this run, Johnny.
Stop it.
What, am I giving you the CBGBs?
There he goes. Suds me. Hello.
Hello? This is London calling with Kyle's bloody good time of 1 minute and 42 seconds. Tally-ho!
What are you doing, John?
I'm a weekend warrior.
Hang up the phone.
I'm sorry.
All right, next up, stuntwoman Jessie Graff.
Wow, look at her showing off.
Wow, look, she's tumbling before the tumble tube.
Fall girl Jessie looks like she's tumble tube before.
Jesse's preparing for that new Charlize Theron log rolling movie, John. All right, we get it. You're a stunt woman. Stop showing off.
As Jessie swings onto the sucker punch wall, she's going to want to avoid our special punch bowl down there. Jessie clearly in her element, making great time.
We don't need your pity wipeout, Jessie.
Now she's up to the big balls. The goal here again, cross the bridge of bouncy balls. Wow, how did she hang on there?
Wow, this has got to be CGI.
Amazing.
Unbelievable. She's laughing in the face of our big balls.
And she's done it. Wow.
Cut and print.
And now for our final scene, the bubble bath swing. Jessie's ready to go. Awesome. And the time on our stunt woman Jessie's run, 1 minute 23 seconds. That is the quickest today by far.
Hey, that looks like Marie Antoinette coming out of that tub.
Yeah, maybe. Of course, we've seen some strange things popping up from the bubble bath all afternoon. Like that. And that.
And this.
Okay, I'm gonna show you a shape. You tell me what you see.
Oh, this one's easy. Shaggy dog. Your turn, Anderson.
Ice cream cone? You're up.
Please, it's a T-Rex. Challenge me. You go.
I see a swan giving a piggyback ride to a bunny rabbit.
No, John, check your prescription. It's clearly the abominable snowman raising the roof.
Yeah, how did I not see that?
Well, I'm a master.
You know what else I see? Jill down with our next contestant.
Okay, thanks, guys. I'm hanging out down here with Sam. Sam, now you're a professional boxer, and we have something called the sucker punch.
I saw that, and though I don't get hit in the face that often because I am that good, yeah, I've definitely taken hits to the face, so it's gonna be no problem.
Weighing in at 140 pounds, Sam Not Lindsay Mohan. And in the blue paint, weighing in at 1 1/2 tons, the Sucker Punch Wall.
Johnny, can you give me a rundown of the tail of the tape, please?
Absolutely. It appears a sucker punch wall has the advantage in weight, height, and number of arms. All right, you two, let's get it on.
At least we got a fair fight. I think Don King has already booked a rematch here.
Sam and the wall feeling each other out. Ow! Sucker punch thrown right. Two rights, another right.
They're all rights, John. It only has a right. Oh, and the sucker punch connects with a jab to the head. Can she go the distance? It's over.
Victory has been claimed, John, and its name is Sam the Champ Mohan.
Not only that, John, but she's made excellent time up the big ball. Oh, and that's a swimming 8 count.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, the champ has her eye on the 50 grand. One last go-round. There she goes. And Sam Mohan KOs this course in 1 minute 55 seconds.
Uh-oh, John. The sucker punch wall looks furious.
Yeah, that loss could not have been easy on it. Can't be good for animal activist Amy Silverstein.
Roadkill.
Architect Megan McCall.
Condemned.
Bartender Erica Klein.
Last call.
Well, it appears the sucker punch has got its mojo back.
Absolutely. Fear me and my parallel arms.
Now ready to make his run, an extreme athlete from New Zealand, Phil Somerville. You know, John, New Zealand is the home for the extreme sport bungee jumping.
What kind of athletic activities do you do?
Paddleboarding and surfing and rock climbing and you name it, I'll do it. Let's bring it.
Says his hobbies include shark wrestling and bungee jumping without the cord.
He is an extreme Kiwi.
Extreme Kiwi.
Whoa! Head first.
Extreme Kiwi.
I tell you, there better be a piranha in that bubble bath or he is going to be ticked off. Oh, a great landing.
He took to that bath like a rubber ducky, which, incidentally, he hunts for sport.
Phil has just posted the fastest time of the day.
Extreme Kiwi. Welcome to the gun show!
Earlier, Jill spoke with our next extremely large contestant.
Okay, thanks, guys. I'm down here with Johnny Pegasus.
Pourquoi?
It's Pourquoi? Pourquoi?
It's all right, Jill. In Greek mythology, Pegasus is a sign of immortality.
Which is good when you're about to face the big balls.
Ooh, Oedipus Rex. You know, John, according to Greek mythology, you can't look directly at the big balls or you'll turn into stone.
Really? Yeah. Johnny's Achilles heel appears to have been the big balls. Ditto for the mere mortals.
Yikes. Oh, that gave me a bruise. Ladies first, face first.
He'd have been very close if we'd had just one ball.
Bye now.
Ah, spectacularly bad. And rounding out our field of 24 is Roland Gerhardt.
You want to give a shout out to anybody?
I want to say hi to all my fans out there. You're the 44-year-old guys with a little bit of a beer
right
belly.
there is hot.
Looks like that beer belly was in its second trimester, John.
Now Roland in his beer gut at the sucker punch.
I don't know, John. Narrow ledge, beer belly. You do the math.
Bring me the money!
Go get it yourself. You need to work off that belly.
Roland now coming up to the big balls.
Friends, don't let friends drink in big balls.
Oh! He's definitely feeling tipsy after that hit.
Oh, sharks in here!
Of course we wouldn't put sharks in there. Not in the first season.
Yeah, baby!
All right, some final words, and he's on his way.
All right, he nailed it.
He and his belly sure did, Jill. And that finish is at 2 minutes, 8 seconds, landing Roland squarely in our top 12. After our qualifying round, we've cut the field in half. 12 contestants have moved on to our next round. Among them, we have Kyle the punk rocker, baseball player Thomas, self-described cutie Angelica,
Along with our extreme Kiwi Phil Somerville, Sam the Champ Mohan, and Looney Brent Williams. And now it's time to whittle those 12 opponents down to 6, and here's how we're gonna do it. Our next challenge, the triple threat sweeper.
Ooh, details?
Contestants will be on 10-foot-high poles as the triple threat sweeper moves in a circular motion. Contestants will have to leap through the ever-shrinking crusher, avoid the junior wrecking ball, not to be distracted by the icy cold blast of smoke, and still stay on their itty-bitty pedestals.
The first 6 contestants who cannot handle our sweeper, they're out. The final 6 will continue on until the last person standing will pocket a cool $1,000.
You know, John, in high school, I was actually considered a triple threat.
Really? Basketball, football, baseball?
No, it was nosebleeds, pink eye, and sudden onset nausea.
What a visual. All right, let's get right down to the action. And the sweeper begins.
Yo!
Old Looney Brent exchanging his straitjacket for a life jacket. He's ready to go.
Let's see what you got, Kyle.
I can tell you one thing Kyle doesn't have, John. A toucan suit.
Well, as far as we know. But it doesn't seem to matter because the punk rocker is through and our sweeper is underway.
There goes Erica Klein and Tiffany Latella right after her. Let's take a look at that 1-2 punch again. The sweeper settles the tab with bartender Erica, but not before it buys Tiffany one last drink.
And we'll have more on that double play later tonight on SportsCenter.
Wrong show, Anderson.
Oh, the junior wrecking ball singles out the cute girl.
I will not sit idly by while innocent cute girls are hit in the face by junior wrecking balls. I'll be wearing my cute strong bracelet from now on. Stay strong, Angelica.
That leaves us with 9 contestants left as the sweeper crushes together. Oh! Megan, the architect, goes down.
Oh, she just folded up like a lawn chair and goes down. Joe Theismann, that looked painful.
And with that vicious wipeout, we only need 2 more people to go down before we reach our final 6.
Let's make this event a little harder!
Yeah, Sam the Champ taunts the sweeper. If Sam the Champ wants it harder, she's got it. Give me smoke, ice cold smoke.
This is an American Gladiators!
What you gonna do, Sam, when the triple threat sweeper runs wild on you, brother?
Oh, Extreme Kiwi Phil is down.
Oh, no, he's hung on like a koala, and he's getting himself back up.
Beer belly Roland is the first victim of the smoke.
Wow, and Johnny Pegasus Piqua goes down.
Let's leave baseball player Tom hanging there and take another look.
Okay. I don't know if it was the smoke or Roland's beer belly that caused him not to see the bar, but that vicious hit to the jaw means a liquid diet, which I'm sure he'll be happy about.
All right, the sweeper crushing closer together as we enter our bonus round.
We have 5 contestants left standing and 1 left hanging.
Thomas, the baseball player, is going to have to get up on that platform again if he wants a shot at the $1,000.
Oh, Sam the Champ takes a low blow and hits the canvas, and the sweeper goes over Thomas's head.
Do I have to let go?
Yeah, you do. Hit the shower, slugger.
And that leaves us with 4 contestants standing.
Yo! Still hanging, baby! Still hanging! Still hanging.
Uh-oh, looks like age is becoming a factor for our 63-year-old Looney Bird.
Well, at least Brent knows where he's at.
And that's in the bird bath.
Flying south, which leaves us 3 contestants now. Kyle the Punk Rocker, Extreme Kiwi Phil, and Jessie the Stunt Woman.
You know, Kyle the Punk Rocker's got to be pretty happy we gave him a helmet.
Sure, that protects his head.
No, it gives him an extra 2 feet of headroom.
Makes sense, too.
Anyone got a drink?
Sounds like Extreme Kiwi Phil's been hanging out with Roland too long.
Oh, this round is on the sweeper.
Extreme Kiwi Phil taking a shot that goes down as smooth as water.
Extreme Kiwi.
And that leaves us 2 contestants remaining, Kyle the Punk Rocker, Jessie the Stunt Woman.
You're going down.
I think Kyle needs to ask himself one question. Do you feel lucky, punk? Well, do you?
Whoa, maybe after that jump he does.
Yeah, but it's Jessie that takes a brutal hit and goes down.
Jessie the Stunt Woman does what she's, well, trained to do. Yeah. Fall. Hey, Kyle, he's your winner.
Jump.
So Kyle the Punk will take his $1,000 bonus and move on along with the 5 other contestants. Among them, we have our oldest contestant ever, Old Looney Brent, Sam the Champ Mohan, and baseball player Thomas. 6 contestants remain, but only 4 will advance to the Wipeout Zone and have a shot at winning our $50,000 first prize.
That's right, but first our contestants must battle a piece of exercise equipment engineered for the world's shortest workout, the Dreadmill. And this week, they'll be doing a little road work.
The Wipeout Road Crew will block the lanes for our contestants with these bright orange, devilishly pointy traffic cones. Crash into those, and they'll be taking a ride through our danger zone on their way to our pit of sludge.
One more thing to keep in mind on this highway to hell, objects will be closer than they appear. Contestants will have to wear goofy goggles, John.
And these goggles, well, with them on, you have no depth perception. Very difficult. So when they see a cone here, it's really here.
John, I gotta be honest, I don't see what the big deal is. I see perfectly fine with the goofy goggles.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's go down to Jill Wagner with our first contestant on the Dreadmill Goofy Goggles, Extreme Kiwi Phil Somerville.
Now, I just want you to take a look through there because you're going to have to actually run the Dreadmill with these on. Can you see my finger? Can you grab it? Well, not my whole arm, Phil. He grabbed it.
You know, John, our Extreme Kiwi looks extremely sweaty.
Yeah, he's got those goofy goggles on. How much more embarrassing can this get?
Extreme Kiwi.
Okay, guys, here comes Phil on the Dreadmill with goofy goggles.
Let's see what kind of driver Extreme Kiwi Phil is. Remember, he has to stay on this road as long as he can.
John, he once survived 2 months in the outback with a piece of string and a number 2 pencil.
The outback's in Australia.
Yeah, well, New Zealand is the capital of Australia. Do you even prepare for these shows, Anderson? Wow, look at him hop like a kangaroo.
Still Australia.
Oh, he's down.
But look at that, right back up. He's a fighter, this one, huh? That's gonna gain him a lot of time.
He is a fighter, John. You know, he once punched a 20-foot tiger shark off the Great Barrier Reef just for straying into his feeding grounds.
Phil, now at over 1:40. Oh, see now this time.
Well, John, Phil picked a good strategy to start, leading to a very respectable finish. This guy had goofy goggles and a goofy leg.
Extreme Kiwi.
Okay, Phil, wow, you did amazing. Tell me about it up there.
It's bloody hard. They look like they're right there, but they're actually right at your feet.
Yeah, Phil, that's the fun of the goofy goggles.
Well, let's see how they affect our baseball player, Thomas Lynham. He's ready to take his swing at the Dreadmill.
Right now, it looks like the only thing he's swinging is his backside.
Yeah, John, did this guy just play Little League? Because he looks to be about 12. And now he's just taking a ride back on the Dreadmill.
Yeah, I think this semi-pro baseball player is out of his league, John. Thomas moving like a young Willie Mays, like 6 months old. And it's back to the Toledo Mud Hens.
A time of 51 seconds. That's a minute less than Extreme Kiwi Phil.
Easy there, Thomas, or your mom is gonna have to wash your mouth out with soap.
Back down to Jill, who is giving our punk rocker Kyle Sullivan the Goofy Goggles test.
Okay, now I want you to try to touch the tip of my finger. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, Cal. You'll be just fine.
Didn't get close.
No. Back to you guys.
John, with those test results, I have a feeling our punk rocker is gonna rock his way into the mosh pit shortly.
Now remember, Kyle was our last man standing on the sweeper, so let's not count him out.
That's true, Jill. The world's his oyster. 18, unemployed, on a Dreadmill to nowhere.
Oh, he's down and going back in time to when punk was relevant.
Oh,
42 seconds. Now, he needs to fight back here, or he'll post a time worse than Thomas. Tripped up again.
Yeah, this is more work than he's done since, well, ever, really.
Guys, he's doing really well.
Yeah, Jill, it just keeps going on like a blister in the sun.
Get up.
Well, his hard work's paid off. That's the best time so far, and he's guaranteed himself a spot in the wipeout zone.
That was tough.
Now the champ, boxer Sam Mohan.
Big deal. My abs do that, John. You just can't see them beneath the layers of queso dip.
But she's already in her boxer stance, so she's gonna take these cones out.
Well, Jill, if she spars with 3-foot orange traffic cones, she'll be in great shape. So let's prepare ourselves for the thriller on the Dreadmill.
Hard to float like a butterfly in those goggles.
Ooh! Oh, right on the asphalt, John.
She is tumbling. And she's down for the count. Wow, check the clock. Boxing champ Sam Mohan barely beating baseball player Thomas Lynham's time by tenths of a second.
Wow.
But they both could be in jeopardy right now. Let's take another look at Sam's finish.
Wow, did she just pop out an orange traffic cone? I still want to say it one more time. Cool.
Next up, and looking to beat those bottom times of 51 seconds and change, our movie stunt woman, Jessie Graff.
Coming soon to a theater near you. One woman's heroic journey. She'll cross the country by foot to keep on keeping on. Tracy Gold stars in 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Road to nowhere, road to redemption. And now she's taking that road to the sludge pit.
Wow.
I don't think this movie's gonna have a sequel, John.
I don't even think you get to finish the trailer. Well, that time isn't getting Jessie anywhere. So let's take a look at our leaderboard. With the shortest time, stuntwoman Jessie Graff is out. And on deck is old loony Brent, who has to beat baseball player Thomas Lynham's time of 51 seconds to fly onto the wipeout zone. At 63, John, you know, stretching very important. Loony bird Brent limbering up here, warming up.
Yeah, I think he's about to lay an egg.
All right, there's our horn, and old Loony Brent on his way. Again, the time to beat, 51 seconds. Remember, Loony Brent is our oldest competitor ever to make it this far.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it says in his bio that Brent's car was hand-delivered by Henry Ford himself.
Shh, Grandpa doesn't like when you kids talk when he's driving.
Sorry. You know, I think the goofy goggles have actually corrected Brent's vision.
No, because the bird's down.
Oh.
He's hit the windshield.
Oh, no, I can't watch.
Well, I'll tell you what's happening, Jill. Time is ticking away, and he is all over the place.
Yeah, I think he's had his left blinker on this entire run.
Down at 50 seconds. But look at this. In the classic bird style, Loony Brent stays airborne just long enough to beat Thomas by 1 second.
That was fun. Welcome home.
Welcome to the Wipeout Zone. At age 63, old Loony Brent is the oldest competitor to make it to the Wipeout Zone and enjoy the sweet taste of victory.
And that leaves us with 4. Extreme Kiwi Phil Somerville advancing, punk rocker Kyle Sullivan, old Loony Brent, and our boxer Sam the Champ Mohan. Thunderclouds are rolling in and a tempest is brewing.
Tonight, Mother Nature is ready to unleash a perfect storm in the Wipeout Zone.
This is the storm-ravaged setting where our 4 finalists will be battling the forces of nature and the clock in the final battle for $50,000. With the wind and rain whipping about them, contestants will first have to navigate that 45-degree slope that is known as Killer Surf.
Then it's on to the rain-drenched barrel run, where contestants will have to dive over a series of barrels making their way to the top of the ramp.
Next, they must get across the climbing wall.
After that, it's the ever-daunting spinner, even more difficult to cross in tonight's typhoon.
Last up, we have the launch pads. Bouncing from one pad to another will be even more challenging in this blinding downpour.
And then onto the finish platform, where the clock stops, and only one contestant will be victorious in claiming $50,000.
4 contestants remain, the first of which is old loony Brent Williams.
Let's take a look at how we got here. As our oldest contestant this season, Loony Bird Brent Williams flipped his way past younger players in the qualifier. Put his perching skills to good use on the sweeper.
Still hanging, baby!
And finally turned in a solid time on the Dreadmill to become the oldest man ever to make it to the Wipeout Zone.
Will the toucan, Loony Brent, battle the Wipeout Zone and win the $50,000? His final time will tell. And we're off. Down the killer surf and into the wipeout zone. A lovely entry plunge there for Brent in his Model T inner tube.
And now Brent's making his way to the second element of the course, the barrel run.
Extra slippery tonight, the severe weather just pounding down, making every obstacle more difficult.
I gotta admit, the gymnast in him looks like he's just handling the barrel run with ease. He's all the way to the top already, just past the minute mark.
Well, they're easier than medicine balls. On next to the water wall, tough enough under normal circumstances. This is just ridiculous. Water rushing down, visibility absolutely zero. Trying to hold on and move to the spinner platform.
A great run from old loony Brent this far, but he has got to make the dangerous leap to the spinner now.
This obstacle has humbled so many contestants. Will it humble our 63-year-old? No, sir! Now for the exit. And Brent misses by a mile. Now, that had to be a loss of balance. You can't misjudge it by that much.
It looked like he was steady, but with just a little shuffling of his feet, he is off.
His next attempt, holding on for dear life. And Brent is off again.
He is set for a ride again, and that adds a lot of time.
Approaching the 8-minute mark as he stares down the spinner once again. Can he keep his footing this time around and around?
Looks like it. Now he's got to make the 8-foot leap to the platform with water just beating down in the old loony bird's face. Can he do it? With a leap, and he slides in safely.
Final element now, and trouble immediately on the launch pads. He just misjudges that leap, shorts the landing, and back in the drink.
Maybe those older legs just don't have enough left in him after this long and grueling day.
He is struggling with the clock. He's over the 10-minute mark now. Fire, water, wind, all the ancient elements brought to bear here in the wipeout zone. The storm tonight adding to the intrigue. Oh, and Brent, another costly drop from the launch pads.
John, he looked so good at the beginning of the day, but he has got to put it together.
Just so hard to hold on. The footing is terrible. Weather-beaten look on his face there. Hard to even see him, actually, through all that rain. The big bounce, clinging to that final launch pad. That's how you do it.
Finally, we get to see the loony bird can, in fact, fly. One more leap ahead of him. Can he do it?
And Brent Williams finishing now with a time of 12 minutes and 34 seconds.
Is it enough to make him the oldest man ever to win Wipeout? Not if our New Zealander has anything to say about it. Phil Somerville is coming up next.
The Extreme Kiwi started the day off strongly, swiftly, taking down the fastest time in the qualifier. But he was tripped up by the sweeper, only to rev back up on the Dreadmill with another top finish.
The Extreme Kiwi now poised atop the killer surf, which should be no stranger to him. He once surfed a 50-foot wave himself, and he is off.
Wow, that is a massive splashdown. Sends the inner tube flying. Take another look. Phil has just been a star performer all day long. The Extreme Kiwi now blazing through the second element, of course, the barrel run.
Now he's just crawling over them. That is amazing.
Oh, and now he's fallen off the water wall. That's careless by him.
But the recovery is just amazing for the 37-year-old extreme athlete from New Zealand. It's the Kiwi breezing across the wall this time and onto the spinner platform. I gotta be honest, John, at this point, he looks like the favorite.
A deep breath now before hitting the spinner, and a well-timed leap. He's on. And all he has to do now is make his way to the platform. But of course, that's no small task by any means.
No, still with an amazing time this far, just over a minute and a half.
He seems to be favoring that left shoulder.
Yeah.
Trying to work something out there, maybe a kink or a stinger in that left arm or shoulder.
He's gonna keep going. And a leap.
Oh! And now that long swim back, he's relying heavily on that right arm as he moves. Let's go to the replay. And now back at the top of the spinner platform, and clearly now there is something going on here with that left shoulder. Our medical team has opted to stop the clock. They're going to take a closer look at Phil. Clearly not happy. Now, whether that's because he's hurting or they're not going to let him continue remains to be seen. Here's the situation. The medical team determining that Phil Somerville should not continue here in the wipeout zone.
That's despite the Extreme Kiwi's protest. He wanted to continue on, but our medics insisting the safest thing is for Phil to stop.
So what that means for the competition then is that Brett Williams' time of 12:34 holds up, and now there are just 2 competitors left to go. One of them, that woman, boxer Sam Mohan. Let's take a look and see how she got here.
Sam Mohan needed no coaching as she knocked out the sucker punch wall. On the sweeper, she took a hard one on the chin, and though she took a tumble on the Dreadmill, in the end, she did well enough to become the only woman to make it to the wipeout zone tonight.
And we are back at that stormy wipeout zone. The severe weather still raging on as Sam the Champ Mohan is on her way.
Look at her having fun flying down the killer surf, arms raised over her head. Take a look at that.
Sam quickly onto the barrel run. Look at that wind and rain just pummeling Sam in the barrel run, making it so difficult. Sam the Champ, no slouch, barreling up to the top here in great shape.
Now to the water wall at only the 50-second mark. This is a wonderful performance this far from the 20-year-old, John.
Tonight's storm making everything more treacherous, more torrential. There's more water, just more elements for these contestants to battle, more nerves.
Now the move that cost the Kiwi, the leap to the spinner. And she's safe.
At least for the moment. Can she hold it, though? Remember, we saw Brent Williams hold on and then fall. It's just so slick. And the same thing has happened here to Sam. Unbelievable. Look at her trying to make it from one spinner pad to another and then just falls off.
She jumps? No. Terrible shot to the ribs. You got to think a boxer can take a body blow, but look at that.
The spinner, the heavyweight champ of the wipeout zone tonight, every week, in fact, giving our boxing champ all the punishment she can handle.
Now she seems to be making her way up to the top, like she's going to get a running start, John. Let's see how it works out. Well done.
That's how you do it right there. Onto the launch pads. Now 8 minutes to play with. It is a matter here of bouncing from one to the other. Sounds so simple, but in fact so hard. Sam the Champ with 3 to go, just in except she's gone down there.
Now it gets interesting, John. Falling off the launch pads, her time just over the 5-minute mark at this point, and that makes Brent's time look that much better.
Sam still with plenty of time to make it through the launch pads, but she doesn't want to waste any more time with a fall. Remember, this woman is a boxer, so good upper body strength, the neck, the shoulders too. We've seen what she can do so far, the qualifier, the sweeper, the Dreadmill. Can she now put herself into position to be the first woman champ ever on Wipeout?
She is one leap and a handful of seconds away from doing just that.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see a terrific time from this boxer, Sam Mohan, showing a final clocking of 6 minutes, 1 second. From a good 3 stories above the wipeout zone, there's one man left to beat Sam Mohan, and it's that man right there, Kyle Sullivan.
Let's take a look at how he got here. Wow! This young punk rocker slammed his way through the qualifier, blitzed through the competition on the sweeper, scoring that $1,000 bonus. Yes! Then took a muddy stage dive on the Dreadmill, but with a good enough time to be able to clash with the wipeout zone.
That was tough.
How many unemployed 18-year-olds with a mohawk do you know? I know one. It's that guy right there, and he is off down the killer surf. Our punk rocker rocking it through the rainy night.
The final round of the wipeout zone is underway. Kyle Sullivan needs to beat Sam Mohan's time to win the $50,000.
6 minutes, 1 second. Now blitzing up the barrel run ramp. 1 foot hopping method there. That's better than most, making quick work of the barrel run.
Easy.
In fact, 38 seconds, the quickest time we have seen anyone ever make it past this element. Even quicker than Phil Somerville, who you remember had to bow out of the competition due to a shoulder injury.
Over 50,000 gallons a minute pouring down on top of our contestants, John. Take a look at that.
Spinner time now, and this always has been a do-or-die obstacle. Wasting no time as our 18-year-old. But getting off he jumps early and perhaps a little over-anxious here in the wipeout zone. Just like Sam Mohan, takes a nasty body shot from the platform. Remember, Sam, just a shade above 6 minutes. The time to beat your lower left-hand corner, you see it there. And I gotta tell you, Johnny, Kyle Sullivan at only 3 minutes, no problems. Look at this, already onto the second launch pad. Our punk rocker weathering the storm, weathering the competition, weathering the wipeout zone. One more leap. And ladies and gentlemen, with a dominating performance, Kyle Sullivan just became a wealthy 18-year-old.
Kyle! Guess what, buddy? You just won Wipeout. You just won $50,000!
Oh my God! Yes! I conquered Wipeout!
Happiness on the face and in the voice of the teenager there with the mohawk. It's been a wonderful day, a truly memorable night in the wipeout zone. Thank you for watching, America. I'm John Anderson.
And for Jill Wagner, I'm John Henson saying good night and big balls. It's that time, America. What goes up must wipe out.
And wipe out they will. 24 competitors fall headlong into a battle for $50,000 on the world's largest and most extraordinary obstacle course. We'll see magnificent falls, sensational tumbles, and astonishing spills. Only our mightiest four will advance to the most challenging obstacle course of all, the Wipeout Zone. The epic competition begins now. One will become a champion, but all will wipe out.
This is stinky mud. Why is it stinky mud?
Hello, America, and welcome to Wipeout. I'm John Anderson, and with me, as always, is the Wipeout wordsmith, John Henson.
Well, Johnny, I just try to give a shout out when someone goes all out for the big payout without being a sellout while they're wiping the heck out.
That is outstanding. Also outstanding, the prize money, $50,000 up for grabs. But before any of our contestants can get their hands on all those greenbacks, they have to conquer this week's Wipeout qualifier. It starts with our smack wall sweeper.
Smacks you down and then sweeps you up.
Then it's on to the sucker punch, followed by our bruise-inducing friends, the big balls.
Looking full of themselves as ever.
Then on to the organ grinder.
Play it again, slam.
Then we move to our final element, the trouble use. And now that we've introduced the obstacles, let's go to the top of the course and meet our first contestant.
Well, let's go down to Jill Wagner and find out who's bringing the noise.
All right, Heather Durando is on deck. Let's see how she does.
The horn sounds and Heather Durando kicks off the competition, heading down, what do we call these, Johnny?
Slippery stairs.
You know what? Slippery stairs it is, but she needs to focus her attention on the smack wall sweeper. Prediction, John?
Well, she's had her wipeout warm-up. I'd say Heather's primed and ready for anything. Oh, except that with the wall and the mud. That was totally unexpected.
That was totally unexpected.
Heather, that's my point. I did not expect to love this so much.
Well, wait, Johnny, there's even more to love, because now Heather gets a second chance.
Oh, man.
John, is it curious to you that she seems so focused on the sweeper arm?
You're right. If I was going to do this a second time, I'd be much more worried about the smack wall. Oh.
Heather Durando having a rough go on her first obstacle. Let's pray she has a smoother go on the sucker punch.
It's like I'm wearing heavy armor.
Heavy armor? What, does she work at medieval times? Stand aside, sucker punch wall. I must cross.
None shall pass.
Very well. Ooh, it jumps to the belly, and our knight has fallen into the moat.
It's only a flesh wound.
Yeah, are you done there, Lord Henson?
You know, you can knock a knight down, but she just gets back up.
This one totally sucks.
Well, now she needs to suck it up for the big balls, minus the traditional motivator. It's a hidden motivator.
It's a what?
They have a launch pad.
They do?
From above or below, the motivator always gets the job done. I gotta see that in super slow-mo.
Johnny, you hit the fast forward there, buddy.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. The machine seems to be stuck here. Let me just give it a kick. There we go. Super slow-mo. Oh! Wow. Ah, boy.
Of course.
Can I laugh?
I think so, Jill. Heather is. Well, the next obstacle's no laughing matter, Johnny. Heather approaching the organ grinder, where she has to cross these 8 pedestals to the other side.
Anderson, my Nana used to be an organ grinder, and I just happened to bring one of her early hits from her first album.
You know, the organ grinder seems far less intimidating right now.
Johnny, the organ grinder is a complicated instrument, and operating it takes years of practice, a skill I could never acquire.
Don't you just, like, turn a crank?
That's why my Nana had that monkey. I thought he was just a bridge partner.
Oh! Heather got played by the organ grinder. Well, perhaps she can turn her luck around on our final obstacle, the trouble you.
Yeah. Why do they call him that?
You're aware of the alphabet, right? Quick review here. Over the triangles, past the swinging W's, to the finish platform.
Come on, Heather, full steam ahead. Not literally. Oh! Heather Durando clobbered by the trouble you.
And now, not exactly sprinting to the tape, Johnny. And with a time of around 11 minutes, I'm guessing we probably will not see her in the next round.
Wait a minute. You're telling me she went through all of this for nothing?
Most likely.
Too bad. Jill, who's next?
Is it lunchtime yet? Is anybody else hungry?
Jill, we just started.
You hungry?
How about we go to the start of the course?
This is for my kids.
This is middle school teacher Krista Weismar.
According to the research, students call her the toothless teacher. Oh, kids are so creative these days. Where do they come up with the stuff?
Her tooth just came out!
All right, the toothless teacher off and running towards the incisor-rattling smack wall.
Oh, you have no idea.
Run!
Not smart.
Oh!
The toothless teacher just became the teethless teacher.
What a hit! Oh, I'm hoping her students don't make too much fun of her for that.
No, I'm thinking they'll have plenty of other material to work with.
Toothless teacher now ready to take on the sucker punch.
Hey, teacher, leave that wall alone. Oh, shot like that had to knock the wind out.
I don't have to pee anymore.
Or something else. Remind me not to swim in her pool.
The toothless teacher should feel nice and refreshed just in time here to take on the big balls.
I love you.
Holy. Oh, that's an apple for the teacher.
John, I wouldn't mention food around Jill. Remember, we still have a half hour until lunch.
30 minutes till lunch?
Next at the top of the course, doing push-ups is Tasha Wright. She's a self-proclaimed
You fitness freak. You don't know.
fitness freak.
So she's into fitness. What makes her a freak?
I think she's lost it.
Well, let's hope the fitness freak gets it together before she takes on the smack wall.
Oh, goodness. That's right, Tasha. Feel the burn.
Fitness freak right back up, ready for another go.
I get you. What are you, bastard?
No, Johnny, I would not talk smack to the smack wall.
Yikes!
Great Caesar's ghost! I am in love with this smack wall. I can't get enough. I say we go to a montage.
Right now?
Yeah, now.
Why would you do it right now?
It'll just take a sec.
But it's almost lunch.
Don't worry, Jill, you're gonna love it. Throughout time, engineers have built the Taj Mahal, the Great Wall of China, the Grand Canyon, and now, the smack wall.
Go, go, go!
Stop! Ow! Ouch! The beauty is in the design. 2 sweeper arms, here and here, make the contestant look here, when they really should be looking here. That's not all. Then they get up and do the same thing all over again.
Gotta go over!
Oh! She could. Go! Into the sweep. Oh, the smack wall is a miracle of modern engineering, John, and it's all ours.
Look at the dude at the top of the course.
Jill, that's not just any dude. That's the dude from the Big Lebowski. Look at him. He's a dead ringer.
Yeah, there's only one difference, though. His tooth pops out.
Sorry.
Why is everyone's teeth falling out today?
Jill, it might have something to do with the fact that we built the course on top of a nuclear waste dump, but I'm just speculating.
All right, well, let's see if the dude can cruise through the smack wall.
Come on, dude!
Oh, the dude is down. Far out, man. Far out.
This is a bummer, man.
You know, the dude could use a haircut, and he's in luck because about to finish the course, 42-year-old hairstylist Susan Lyon.
I'm coming, Jillian.
I love when people call me Jillian, because it's not my name, but whatever.
Careful, Susan. Jill gets a little temperamental when she's hungry.
All right, good luck, Stacy.
Stacy, Jill, her name is... Oh, I get it. Oh!
Goodness!
I think she landed on the grass.
That's what you get when you call me Jillian. My name is Jill. I don't want to have to do that again.
We better break for lunch.
Yeah, Jill, we got plenty of food up here. What would you like?
Something bready, I want something like a chicken sandwich.
We don't have that. We have a quesadilla.
Where's the salsa? Who can eat a
no.
quesadilla without no? Huh?
Well,
Are you talking?
Could bring your own.
You talking back to me?
No, definitely
You telling
no.
me there's no salsa?
Yeah, no.
Well, we are halfway through qualifying, barely reducing our field of 24 down to 12. Johnny, you're back. Did you feed Jill?
No, I got attacked by ravenous crew members. Do we feed anyone around here? The only thing I was able to save is this donut hole.
Yikes. Well, poor Jill's gonna have to wait, isn't she?
What do you mean? I'm starving.
Hey, we got more work to do, sister.
I'm wasting away.
Jill, it's not my fault. Anderson ate your donut.
He gets everything and he gets a donut for himself.
Anderson, you're a dead man.
Anywho, let's go to our next contestant. Maybe he can help. This is 36-year-old Randy Wiggs.
The bald guy's name is Wiggs?
Height of irony, isn't it? Guy who works the graveyard shift at a grocery store stocking cans all night.
Well, let's hope he can make it through the smack wall, because he works in a grocery.
Whoa!
Wait a minute, Can Man's back up. Maybe he can?
Jarring hit. John the Can Man looks pumped, though, to test the sucker punch.
I think he's just happy to be off the graveyard shift and in the daylight.
Oh! What was that?
He can't help it. This man has to stock shelves, but the Can Man gets back.
Randy the Can Man on a roll, and he looks pretty confident here approaching the big balls.
Oh, the motivator does not like the Can Man's cocky attitude. And it gives him a kick right in the can.
That was something. That was something.
Randy, just one of the many to feel the mighty wallop of the hidden motivator, Johnny. Yeah!
Oh my God, I'm terrified.
Oh! Not the best place to stop and shake mud off your hand. Oh, show me that one again.
Well, while the motivator's been dealing out some ugly hits, earlier Jill was able to find some style and grace. Ah, the beauty of the ballet, brought to us by Andrea Brachet.
Graceful.
John, my question is, will Andrea be able to translate this style and grace to the course? Because there are almost no smack walls in your average ballet.
Interesting point. Here she goes. Oh, late low.
Man, ballerinas are flexible.
That was a shock.
Tell me about it. I had no idea I'd enjoy the ballet. Nana and I were more polka folk. Speaking of my Nana, what's going on over at the organ grinder?
Wow, Johnny, tough obstacle. Looks like nobody here can make it past the second pedestal.
Less entertaining than I thought. Let's go farther up where we have Sean Foster of Houston, Texas, approaching the treble U's.
And he's got a special incentive for being here, as Jill discovered.
All right, so I gotta ask you, are your kids the reason you want to be on Wipeout?
They really are.
Yeah?
They really are.
There's $50,000 at stake. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
What are you gonna do with it?
Relocate.
Relocate?
Leave my kids. Relocate. They can have the house. What?
World's greatest dad.
You got that right, Jill.
He's gonna leave his kids.
Yeah, he's gonna leave my house.
Come on, your daughters are watching.
Sean's still looking for his timing on these treble U's. He seems hypnotized by their speed. Here he goes, world's greatest dad. And the world's greatest flip. John, I think the answer to the age-old question, who's your daddy, is the trouble youth. Everybody feeling their heavy hand of discipline today. Oh! No one can seem to make heads or tails of it.
If anybody can port them, Johnny, my bet's on this lady, Caroline Lee. She's made the mile-and-a-half swim from Alcatraz 4 times.
Why doesn't she just take the ferry?
No, swimming from Alcatraz, part of a triathlon.
Oh, I've never tried any kind of athlon.
Well, can she get past the ornery guards known as the trouble youth? Yes or no?
Yes!
Wow.
The correct answer is no.
Caroline Lee punished by the trouble youths and now heading to our little island, the finish spot.
With a time of 4:11, this jailbreaker might just be busted into round 2.
I gotta lie down.
Next up at the top of the course is Josh.
Bigfoot! I see Bigfoot!
No, John, that's Josh Parker, although he is actually a Bigfoot hunter.
I think you should focus on finding a new wardrobe and maybe some current dance moves.
Man's whole goal in life is to prove Bigfoot's existence.
Oh, his parents must be proud. Okay, nobody distract him. Let's see if he can at least conquer the smack wall.
Hey, Josh, I think I see Bigfoot.
Where? Oh, Jill, that was just wrong. We gotta get her some food, Johnny. She's turned evil.
From a Bigfoot to 5-foot, 100-pound Carolyn Sharamataro. She says she wants to be the smallest person ever to win here on Wipeout.
And check it out, she's actually making progress on the organ grind.
Yeah, well, perhaps it's that slight build that's helping her do what no other contestant's done. Look at that, she's like a little inchworm out there, John.
Yeah, give her an inch and she takes a yard. Go, Shorty, go, Shorty. Nana is really cranking. Can she make it?
Yeah, she did it.
All the way across, Carolyn Sharamataro.
That was definitely impressive. The inchworm conquering the organ grinder. Well, Johnny, we'll see if that success continues here in the trouble use. Oh!
Nothing's stopping her now, though.
No, Jill, I think you're right there. And with a time of about 4 minutes, the inchworm's going to advance to the next round by a mile.
Ah, Bigfoot!
No, Johnny, Josh Parker again.
Man, he's good.
Our Bigfoot hunter loping his way to the end of the course and is our last contestant of the day, still hoping to find a spot in the top 12. Oh! Found his way back into the drain. But with his time, he's going to advance and continue to hunt for $50,000 and hopefully Bigfoot.
Yeah, those things are hard to find.
Moving on to the next round, we have toothless teacher Krista Weismar, the dude Andreas Newman, and can man Randy Wiggs.
Joining them, we have Andrea Ballet-Brachet, world's greatest dad Sean Foster, jailbreaker Caroline Lee, and inchworm Carolyn Sharamataro.
After our qualifying round, we have cut the starting field in half. 12 contestants have moved on to round 2. Among them, fitness freak Tasha Rice, the dude Andreas Newman, the dude abides, and can man Randy Wiggs.
Also moving on are Andrea Ballet-Brachet, the world's greatest dad Sean Foster, and inchworm Carolyn Sharamataro. And now our contestants are about to experience a head-on collision with destiny. It's a giant car-themed destruction derby. So rev your engines, Anderson. It's time for funny car racing on Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday, right? It's overdrive.
Ooh, looks complicated.
Not terribly. All you need to know is the contestants begin on this 10-foot-high starting platform. They must enter the steering wheel on the green spot, exit off the red spot, crossing one of the 3 obstacles to the finish. They'll have to avoid our nasty yellow windshield wipers, however, and if they wipe out, go under the sweeper arms or get eaten by Bigfoot, back to the beginning they go, and they'll start again.
The first 6 contestants who make it to the finish spot will move on to our next round. The other 6 won't.
Wordsmith, Johnny.
Thank you.
Contestants in position as we speak. Let's get down to the action.
You gotta wait for the horn. Don't you? The horn didn't go, right? They said wait for the horn.
Wait for the horn. Oh, boy.
Perhaps we better get this show on the road.
Yes, perhaps. And the horn means the overdrive now has shifted into gear. Andreas the Dude Newman off the starting line, quickly followed by our jailbreaker Caroline. Oh! Andrea Ballet-Brachet is on. Ooh, the dude bowled over.
And Ballet-Brachet loses her balancing.
Our jailbreaker off to the middle, and she's grabbed hold of that arm.
You'd think she'd want to stay away from bars.
Bigfoot hunter Josh waiting for that bar to circle around, trying to hold on, tiptoeing along.
It takes stealth hunting Bigfoots. Is it Bigfoots? Big feet?
Jailbreaker sitting in the center of all that madness, and she looks really confused.
Maybe she's just biding her time, planning the perfect escape. And here's someone with a more impulsive approach, John. She can't escape the long arm of the law.
Jailbreaker oblivious to all of it.
Well, that's one thing you learn in the joint, Johnny. Keep your head down and mind your own business. But Jailbreaker making a bid for freedom.
Oh.
And her parole is denied.
Pretty lonely over here.
That's right, we're still waiting for anybody to successfully navigate the overdrive. Toothless teacher taking the long way around there.
Ooh, she loves an obstacle she can sink her guns in.
Ballet Brochet and Carolyn the Inchworm are both on the overdrive, straddling that bar, and look at them holding on tight, cautiously advancing toward the center.
Ballet Brochet headed for that red spot, but leaving earlier than I'd recommend.
Remember, she can't go under the sweeper arm. Anything else is game. She has a lot of work left to get to the other side.
Oh, head-on collision with a windshield wiper.
Again, the rules forbid going under the bar, so she is going to have to abandon this run, John.
This thing is crazy, Johnny. Explain the overdrive to me one more time, and please, make it simple.
All right, enter on green, exit on red. Don't let the sweeper bar go over your head.
Hey, I didn't know you could freestyle. At least the contestants have figured out how to get on the overdrive, but they've still got a lot of trouble making it to the finish platform.
Not the Bigfoot hunter, triumphant, Johnny. He has pinned down the elusive quarry. The first spot in the next round. That leaves 5 spots open. The dude's back in the middle.
Oh, rude, dude. This aggression will not stand, man. If you're gonna kick someone in the face, don't pick a toothless teacher. She needs every tooth she can get.
Ballet Brochet headed for the red spot. Now that bar is gaining fast. Here comes our Inchworm. Both leaping for the banana. Inchworm falls hook, line, and sinker. And Ballet Brochet.
Ah, the grace of a dancer, the mouth of a sailor.
Come on, guys, it can be done!
Jailbreaker's busting out of the middle, but taking the long road to the finish. Sean, the world's greatest dad, leading his family now for the red spot. They're caught in the windshield wipers. Oh, Jailbreaker manages to get herself over the bar, John.
And the world's greatest dad is dad in the water.
Jailbreaker approaching the finish, diving for that banana.
For my friends at home this jump.
This is for all the boys in the big house, Johnny. Can she be the bird woman of Alcatraz? Yes, she can.
Now Jailbreaker claiming the second spot. Now we still have 4 more openings to be had.
Coming in, boys and girls.
The dude is on the overdrive, but look at that. He's caught up in a traffic jam there at the intersection. He takes the next exit, bit unsteady in reaching the red spot, staggered over that bar.
Just like butter.
Just like butter on a banana, Johnny. Something only the dude would eat. He takes that third spot, which means half the spots are now filled.
Ballet Brochet up and on her way to the red spot.
Whoa! Gets her legs taken out from behind, but manages to stay on.
Can-Man reaches the red spot. Ballet Brochet missed her exit, and it's Can-Man who claims spot number 4. Now just 2 remain. Ballet Brochet trying to get back around.
Come on, give me a break.
We don't give breaks to anyone.
Ballet Brochet back on the banana. Johnny, nobody's even trying the other exit obstacles.
Dad, come on, you got it. Oh my God.
Ballet Brochet making sure she's stable. This is one jump she does not want to miss.
Oh!
And she is pirouette.
The Inchworm gives the finish spot another try. Makes it onto that banana. One more leap. Oh, she shorts it. But look, Johnny, this petite woman giving the extra large effort. Inches from the next round. Does she have the strength? Yes, she pulls herself up to advance. And now, Johnny, 1 spot is left. Ballet Brochet refuses to quit. The world's greatest dad headed for the finish.
There's a quarter for the swear jar, but he's over the bar and lines himself up with a finish. He does the world's greatest banana bounce and onto the finish platform and claims that final spot.
It's over! It's over!
Well, not quite, Sean, but we do have our 6 contestants moving on. And they include Bigfoot hunter Josh Parker, Jailbreaker Caroline Lee, Andreas the Dude Newman, Can-Man Randy Wiggs, Inchworm Carolyn Mataro, and the world's greatest dad, Sean Foster.
It's a jungle out there.
And he's the wordsmith. It is our last round, and 6 contestants remain in the running for $50,000. But Johnny, we have a late scratch to the lineup. Randy the Can-Man removing himself from the competition. Well, to fill the opening, we go to our first randomly selected alternate, Andrea Ballet Brochet.
And those 6 will now be whittled down to 4 by an obstacle we like to call Bruise Ball.
Just like baseball, Bruise Ball has 4 bases. Contestants must round each base and make it to home plate in order to advance to the wipeout zone.
First contestants must take a ride on the Dizzy Dump. After that, they'll run down the first baseline and hop on the spinning pitcher's mound.
They gotta run it all the way out, though, to be safe at first base. And they have to avoid our swinging Bruise Ball bats.
Once safely on the bag, they'll try to make it to second down our bouncing base path. To get to the third base, they'll have to go for a spin on our turntable.
And to score a run, they have to dive headlong and touch home plate. First 2 players to score in each of our 2 innings move on to the wipeout zone. Andrea Ballet-Brachet, she's down on the field with Jill right now.
Andrea, you're in. How does it feel?
I'm a lucky lady. I get a second shot.
Well, all of our contestants are about to get a little dizzier and a whole lot dumber as Bruise Ball gets underway.
Let's play some Bruise Ball.
Hey, let's spin it around until someone throws up.
This is good and dizzy time.
That's right, batter up.
Anybody for some more mayonnaise? Oh, God.
Ooh, let's hope the batter is the only thing coming.
Yeah, let's just get straight to it, shall we?
Bigfoot Hunter's not going straight to anywhere.
A resurgent Ballet-Brachet, first out of the gate. Look at her give 110%.
While the dude gives it 100% of 8%.
Bigfoot Hunter going big game hunting.
Oh, and winds up fly fishing.
Ballet-Brachet stays on point, and she's headed to first. Wow, almost lost it there. Let's see if the first base coach has any helpful advice for her.
Ooh, that's what we like to call constructive criticism.
Inchworm racing right out to the mound. World's Greatest Dad is right behind her. And Inchworm just as quick, getting over to first base. World's Greatest Dad still in pursuit. But it's Jailbreaker who makes a break for it.
Crap, this is dumb.
Ballet-Brachet making her way down the base path. Oh, but the bat ends her dance revolution.
Here comes Inchworm using her speed and head-first high-flying style to make it down the base path.
Wow, Inchworm smooth as silk, Johnny, and she is quickly onto the turntables and on her way to third. Oh!
But again, makes a great save and pulls herself up.
She is just inches away from snagging a spot in our wipeout zone.
And she does it. Look at that. Great extension by our tiniest contestant.
She looks just like the common inchworm, John. In fact, we ought to nickname... Oh.
World's Greatest Dad in a state of suspended dadimation.
What do you think's gonna happen here with Sean?
I think he's gonna puke.
Oh! Papa, don't reach.
Bigfoot Hunter on the prowl. He's on the base path to second. Oh, he overruns the bag, but since both feet touched, he's still safe. Ballet-Brachet to second. Jumps the bat, celebrates with a graceful landing on her face. Back felt that, too. World's Greatest Dad is up, running from his parental responsibilities. Say, hey, he's made it to third.
The crowd goes wild. He makes the leap. He is safe.
Heading home in spite of himself. He's our second contestant in the wipeout zone. That will end the first inning. And to begin the second, it's time for another spin on the Dizzy Dummy.
We've got our Bigfoot Hunter, the dude, Ballet-Brachet, and our Jailbreaker, Caroline. The crowd is ready. The dummies are dizzy.
This is gonna suck. I think I have snot coming out of my nose.
And the human body is completely disgusting.
All right, there.
Ballet-Brachet first onto the spinning pitcher's mound.
The dude lumbering into mellow action.
And Ballet-Brachet heads to first base. Safe.
Wow, she is starting to make this thing look easy. Luckily, we have just the solution.
Oh, that one hurt.
Ballet-Brachet makes a move down the base path. He fails to get both feet on the bag, so it's back to first for her. Jailbreaker on the run.
Amazing, she gets both feet on the bag before the bat gets her, but the long arm of the law doles out its own brand of justice. Exhibit A, guilty. Bailiff, take her away.
Bigfoot Hunter has his sights on second. Oh, he makes it, leaving two big footprints on base. Jailbreaker back up, leads off second and onto the turntable. Oh, ooh, Caroline sliding in safe at third. 90 feet now from celebrating. See if our Jailbreaker can fly.
She gets paroled from this course, Johnny, and moves on to the wipeout zone.
So there's just one spot left in the zone, John. Ballet-Brachet doesn't want to waste her second chance. Soft shoes her way past second.
Here comes Andre.
Here comes the dude with a very similar maneuver.
Bigfoot Hunter getting ready to go for a spin. Oh, but stops for a visit with his old friend, the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, see.
The dude won't take this lying down. He is up and onto the turntables where he's lying down.
Let's go, come on.
Ballet-Brachet refusing to give in. The dude belly flops onto the second turntable. Here comes Brachet right back on.
Andrea wants this just as bad as he does.
These two are really going toe to pointed toe. The dude with a rare moment of clarity.
Steadying himself for that leap to third. He makes it. Wow. Poor Ballet-Brachet got a second opportunity to be here and may have to watch it all end from the turntable.
Oh, wait, John. Never mind.
And the dude with one final leap. And he is moving on to the wipeout zone.
Oh, the dude of mine.
And Ballet-Brachet has danced her last dance today. So we've got our final four headed to the Wipeout Zone, and they are the Dude, Andreas Newman, Jailbreaker, Caroline Lee, World's Greatest Dad, Sean Foster, and Inchworm, Carolyn Cheramataro. Tonight we have two guys and two girls about to go head-to-head in the Wipeout Zone, and I have a really good feeling about it.
And somebody's going to have a very good feeling when they walk away with $50,000. Let's see what they're up against. Here in the Wipeout Zone, it's made up of the following stages. Starts with the catapult. After catching air and splashing it down, they'll swim over to our next obstacle, the spin cycle. Contestants go for a ride in this giant foamy drum and try to perfectly time their jump to the platform on the other side.
Then they're on to our next obstacle, the triple threat. That's followed by the rib rage, where contestants must run across as many ribs as possible in order to land closer to the last leg of the journey, the gauntlet.
The spiked whackers attack first there, followed by a journey through the arms and dangerous to the finished platform. One of these fearsome foursome about to walk away with $50,000, Johnny. Up first, the Dude, Andreas Newman.
Like Sputnik.
Whatever you say, dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah!
Andreas Newman got knocked down by our smack wall sweeper, but he never let those wipeouts harsh his melon. He overachieved on the overdrive when he was the first person to give it a shot, but fell back into character in bruise ball when he was the last contestant to qualify. Now he's hoping that chill demeanor helps him glide through the Wipeout Zone to $50,000.
The Dude strapped into the catapult, an intense look on his face.
Yeah, yeah, yeah!
Well, about as intense as the Dude gets, anyway.
Here comes the countdown, and zero means go for launch.
Oh, let's take another look at that.
The Dude pitching his body forward nicely, and it's a solid feet-first entry into the zone, puts him in good position, swim right over to our next obstacle, the spin cycle.
All right, let me see.
And the Dude gets ready to ride.
All right, so.
The object of this obstacle, get in and out of trouble as fast as possible. Number of different ways to conquer the spin cycle, but this turning and fumbling about in the foam I don't think is one of them.
How are you supposed to get out of this?
How indeed, Dude. That question is what this obstacle is all about.
Oh, there it is.
The Dude now steadying himself on one of those side supports. This is one of the ways that you can get out. You can just time it right. Making a jump for it there.
Oh, look at the replay, John. He has the right idea, but he got a little hasty with the execution.
That thing's going a little faster than I thought.
Well, just like the Dude, this stunt will continue to slow down the longer it takes. But that doesn't necessarily make it easier because the trip to the top is going to take even longer, making it more difficult to hang on.
He clearly knows how to ride this horse. It's the dismount that needs work. And again for the platform. Oh, a little short, on or off. Another fall here going to be extremely costly, clinging to that platform. And yes, he pulls himself up.
Wasn't so slippery.
The Dude relying on a heady mix of upper body strength and beard aerodynamics.
The Dude onto the triple threat now. 5 sweeper arms swinging in opposite directions.
Oh, the Dude takes a shot to the head from one of the sweeper arms, and that's the last thing he needs.
That still cost him about 90 seconds, and he's now up for his second attempt.
Onto the third sweeper tree as he works on setting the time to beat, and now he's onto the rib ring.
Strategy here, stay as light on your feet as possible. Oh, which means moving fast before those ribs collapse under your weight.
Barely a step in, the Dude practically falls at the foot of the platform. The Dude now has the farthest possible swim to the start of the gauntlet.
Oh, boy.
You can hear him trying to catch his breath, now dealing with the spiked whackers.
I got a funny feeling about this.
Oh, the Dude tries a pump fake.
Oh, the mind games backfire.
A vicious pummeling, and the Dude learns his lesson. Do not taunt the Wipeout Zone.
Andreas' time now passing the 11-minute mark, setting the opening standard here in the Wipeout Zone.
Nice.
This time the Dude whispers some sweet nothings to the spiked whackers. Perfect timing.
All that's left now is the arms and dangerous. Like so many elements here in the Wipeout Zone, this one has a pattern to it.
The Dude and that crazy coil, they seem to be cooperating.
Oh, the Dude with a bruising hit on the arms and dangerous. Now it's a third trip through the gauntlet as the clock just keeps on ticking, just under 13 minutes at this point.
And back to the arms and dangerous. Had that pattern the last time, just got a little careless. You can't rush this thing. Clean pass here. And now eyeing the finished platform, and there it is. He is home, and his time is 13:10.
Yes, baby.
Let's see how that holds up against our next contestant, Jailbreaker Caroline Lee.
Caroline Lee escaped the qualifier in just over 4 minutes, moving on to overdrive, where she was the first woman to cross successfully. After spending the day displaying the kind of attitude you need in the big house, she flew the coop in the second inning of bruise ball, becoming the rock in our Wipeout Zone.
Caroline loaded into the catapult, hoping to walk away with our $50,000 prize.
Jill on the sidelines with our current leader, the dude.
Ready or not, Jailbreaker about to take flight.
Oh, let's take a look at that again. She gets some serious air and lands flat on her back, but she manages to regain her composure quickly.
Boy's a big part of things here, Johnny. There are going to be some setbacks. It's how you keep moving forward.
Jeez.
Judging by her hesitation, she is not sure how to tackle this obstacle, but she goes for it anyway.
The Wipeout Zone, a fearsome physical test, and our Jailbreaker just getting pummeled.
Round and round she goes. How to get off? Apparently, she is not aware.
Just can't brace herself, continuing to get tossed about and taking a serious blow each time.
Trying to steady herself on those planks, just like the dude did now.
It's going faster than you think.
Now, the dude failed the first time he tried to leave the spin cycle. Hey, look at that. Caroline, one and done, onto the platform.
Our Jailbreaker used to great escapes, but now she's going to try to take on the long arms of the law, the triple threat.
Stepping to the second.
Caroline didn't even need the sweeper arm to help her wipe out. All that foam she took with her from that spin cycle was more than enough to trip her up.
Now liberated from all that foam, Jailbreaker ready to try this thing again. Safely past the second table, this time running about 2 minutes ahead of the dude's pace.
Now just a leap to the platform, and she's made.
Right at the 4-minute mark as Caroline gets set for a run on the rib range. On the move there. Oh, 2 ribs in, and she takes a tumble.
Yeah, not a great performance on the rib range. Remember, the further you make it across, the less time you spend on that long, cold swim to the next obstacle.
Good news for Caroline, though. That's a much easier swim than one of those from Alcatraz. Only the gauntlet left now to tackle.
First up, those spiked whackers, which raise and lower.
Jailbreaker can't escape the spiked whackers. Quickly back up and ready to challenge the gauntlet yet again. And this time she is through the first, and yes, Caroline makes it through those 2 spiky walls and races to the arms and dangerous. Absorbing some blows early there. Back in the water, Johnny, and she just didn't seem comfortable from the very start. So it is back to the start of the gauntlet all over again.
Now a third exhausting trip for our Jailbreaker. She still has a time advantage on the dude, but it is slowly being eaten away. And finally, she's made it.
Back to the arms and dangerous that tripped her up the last time. Sneaks her way between the first and second arm, maneuvering her way past the next.
She steadies herself in the middle. Now taking off for the finish. Yes! Our new leader at 9 minutes and 24 seconds.
I hate you, Icicle.
So Jailbreaker Caroline Lee posts a new time to beat. We are in the second half of our Wipeout Zone, and Johnny Jailbreaker Caroline Lee is in first place with 2 challengers remaining.
Still to come is inchworm Carolyn Cheramataro, but before that, world's greatest dad, Sean Foster.
There's $50,000 at stake. What are you going to do with it?
Leave my kids. They can have the house.
Our world's greatest dad was troubled by our trouble yous and didn't know best on the overdrive, where he was the last to qualify for the next round. But he abandoned everyone's doubt at Bruise Ball when he hit home in the first inning, bringing him that much closer to the grand prize and his dream of becoming a runaway dad.
Johnny, we've been having a lot of fun at Sean's expense today, but I got a feeling this guy's a pretty good dad.
50 G's, make this work.
Caroline's with Jill, and Sean is waiting for the catapult to plunge him into the Wipeout Zone.
Here it comes! I have that launch as excellent.
Big scream, a spastic leap, and he is all arms and legs akimbo plunging into the zone.
That had to be jarring, but Sean makes a quick recovery and climbing his way up to the spin cycle.
You got to be me, dude.
Whoops, earmuffs, kids. Whoa, Johnny, Sean is getting tossed around like a pair of socks in a washing machine.
And from the sound of it, he doesn't seem to be enjoying it too much. Sean up on his feet, trying to outrun the wheel. Remember, the wheel will slow down the longer he's on, and right now it's moving pretty quick.
This is horrible. I'm enjoying this.
Welcome to my life, Caroline. I live with that conflict every day I come to work.
Covered in foam, he doesn't know whether he's upside down or right side up. He's actually really hard to see in there from a distance. Now sort of spilling out of there. And he bounces off the platform. Look at that again.
After a long, foamy, frustrating trip, Sean failed to time his jump correctly and hit that platform hard. With Caroline having made it through the spin cycle on her first try, this puts him well behind the pace set by our leader.
Sean having trouble even making it back up to the spin cycle now.
Caroline, are you feeling pretty confident? Or are you
This
getting
is
worried?
like I'm feeling better, which is really evil, but I want to win. I want to win.
Sean has now lost another 2 minutes just trying to catch his breath on that platform.
And you are looking at a man who is struggling right now.
Come on, come on. Come on, Sean.
Sean missing the exit point the first time it comes around there, and that's more seconds thrown away. Timing so crucial. Here he goes for another shot. No, Sean's problem is more with the leap here, John, and giving himself very little chance to stick that landing. And again, hitting with a thud and going straight into the water.
Now he's not only exhausted himself, he's exhausted the clock. There is no way Sean is going to recover from this one.
Sean's wipeout day is done.
And so it all comes down to this, John. Inchworm Carolyn Sheramatar.
Our inchworm proved too fast for any early birds on the qualifier when she was the only one to squirm her way across the organ grinder. She continued her smooth moves on the overdrive and wowed everybody when she finished first in the bruise ball match. Now she's hoping to worm her way through the wipeout zone and get $50,000.
It's Wamano a Wamano as Inchworm and Jailbreaker battle it out for $50,000.
For the final time tonight, here comes the count. Oh, a launch with a twist. Let's see that again.
Inchworm so small she gets tossed around by the wind. If she wants to head for the spin cycle, she'll have to start by facing the right way.
As Inchworm steps up to the spin cycle, that obstacle has proven it can make or break your wipeout day. But Carolyn is in, and she is sprinting across the bottom. Jumping.
Oh! A brutal ricochet off the platform. That is a huge shot to a very small frame.
But unlike Sean, that run and jump tactic worked to her advantage. Carolyn in and out of the water so quickly, she is still pretty close to the pace set by Jailbreaker and right back into the foam of the spin cycle.
Now she's going to try another way as Carolyn goes on a ride on that big drum. Trying to get herself into a position and jump.
Another attempt there.
Oh,
ouch!
Oh,
wow.
That's good.
Okay. It is good for me.
Inchworm misses by way more than an inch, and she is headed back to the beginning.
Over 4 minutes in now, Carolyn now behind the pace of our leader. Bolting across the bottom, and look at that land. Wow!
Inchworm fast and furious, now onto the triple threat. Wipeouts be darned, she is not about to quit, Johnny, and she has still got 4 minutes to complete the wipeout zone.
Oh, a hit to the face. And another.
Oh. Those sweeper arms coming at you from all sides exactly as designed, and Caroline just couldn't hang on.
So now less than 2 minutes separate our two women from $50,000.
2 women, 1 prize as Carolyn makes it across and is hoping she'll have an easier time on the rib range.
Her lightweight will certainly help.
Crushed it. Everybody's struggling with the ribs today, Inchworm included, but she's a fast swimmer and a tough competitor. She still has time to pull this one out if she can make it through the gauntlet.
30 seconds left, staring down the spiked whackers. No one's made it through these on the first try tonight, but Carolyn must if she wants to win the 50 grand. No! A $50,000 knockout at the hands of the spiked whackers. That marks the end for the Inchworm, which means Jailbreaker Caroline Lee is your new Wipeout Champion.
Way to go, sister!
She posted bail, Johnny. Enjoy that sweet smell of free.
Good to be on the outside again. Well, that's going to do it for us. Please join us next week when we have 24 new contestants taking on crazy new obstacles and all kinds of wipeouts as well. Till then, America, I'm John Anderson.
And for our colleague Joe Wagner, I'm John Henson saying good night and big ball. It's that time, America. What goes up must wipe out.
And
Wipeout they will, as 24 competitors fall headlong into a battle for $50,000 on the world's largest and most extraordinary obstacle course. We'll see magnificent falls, sensational tumbles, and astonishing spills. Only our mightiest four will advance to the most challenging obstacle course of all, the Wipeout Zone. The epic competition begins now. One will become a champion, but all will wipe out.
Are you serious?
Hello, America, and welcome to Wipeout. I'm John Anderson. And I am not John Henson. Yes, you are John Henson. No, I'm not. It's opposite day today.
No, it's not.
See, you're getting the hang of it. You're doing great. I mean, you're terrible at it.
Keep talking.
All right,
Perfect. Today, 24 men and women will bravely tackle the biggest obstacle course ever assembled, and one of them will walk away $50,000 richer.
And the first step in the journey to the cash is the Wipeout qualifier.
This week, they begin by facing the hoop run.
Welcome to our four-ring circus.
They will spar with the sucker punch wall.
Mama said wipe you out.
And it wouldn't be a qualifier without the big balls and the motivator.
They're moving, John, now with 100% more unfairness.
Then they'll shimmy onto our shake-a-later.
Get over those velvet ropes or get bounced, my friend.
And finally, there's the shapeshifter.
Circles, squares, and triangles. It's educational.
Of our 24 competitors, only the top 12 times will move past the qualifier and into the second round.
All right, let's get down to the action. Hey, who's the fourth member of the Lollipop Guild?
That's Eli Gurian, and Jill Wagner's on the story.
What do you do, Eli?
I study geology and seismology.
Oh, so you like dirt and rocks.
Mostly rocks.
This year, we don't have the big balls, we have 4 big rocks.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Dude, this is like the greatest thing I've ever seen ever. I don't even know what to do.
And there's also alligators.
That's not good.
Wow. He believed we had rocks for big balls. So gullible. Can't wait until he gets to the alligators.
Our rock star is up to the first obstacle, the hoops. All he has to do is jump through a few hoops without falling into the mud. Oh, Eli going for a quick spin, but makes it back to his feet. Oh!
Eli, you're rocking this course.
Geology puns. I want to play. I want to play. Hey, let's see if Eli gets rocked on the sucker punch.
That's the exact same pun.
So, oh! Eli just got rocked by the exact same glove. Look, that's Rocky 1 and 2 in 3D.
Nice, Johnny. Eli's coming to the big balls.
You know what they say? The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Oh! And the quicker they sink.
Don't they say Rolling Stones gather no moss?
Oh, yeah, but it looks like this one's picking up some algae.
Well, our rock star making his way to the shake-a-later.
This is gonna suck.
It's not gonna suck. It's gonna be awesome. And we've added these velvet ropes that you jump over as you cross to the other side. Yeah. Yeah, you were totally right. That's all.
Wow, the shake-a-later getting the rock star and the stones. Let's see if it gets any better on the shapeshifter. He'll have to jump off that diving board, through one of the shapes, and onto the final platform. If he wipes out, it's a cold swim to this secondary finish spot.
I love diving boards.
Ah, diving boards love you.
And I love giant spinning wheels with geometrical shapes cut in them.
Eli's made it into the triangle, and now just sort of needs to wheel back around and jump onto the...
Oh, so close.
Rocking it. Just rocking.
Rockstar clashes with a shapeshifter, and it rocks his chasma.
But our rock star does have a very nice opening time, Eli Gurian, 3 minutes, 27 seconds. Let's go back to the first obstacle, where fresh as a muddy spring morning is 21-year-old Amber Bronder.
Oh, she tries the sit and spin approach. Surprise! John, Amber definitely did not see that coming.
Amber actually had a surprise for Jill as well earlier.
And I did not see that coming.
So do you think this is intimidating the other competitors?
Absolutely.
Are you hurting right now?
No.
You're making me hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Making you hurt, Jill? I pulled my groin just watching.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Oh, I'm serious. It's Club Henson this week. Our shake-a-later's the bouncer, and you got to get over the velvet ropes if you want to get in. But trust me, it's worth it because at Club Henson, ooh, ladies drink free.
I sure hope our human pretzel's soft because that hit was hard. Now coming up on the shapeshifter, that's Kimberly Dreyer.
Hey, you know what, John? It looks like she's a vegan.
Really? How can you tell?
Oh, I can spot a vegan from anywhere.
Wow, good eyes.
Yeah, thanks. I think it's all the carrots I eat.
Ah, this is scary.
Come on, it's not scary.
Bacon is scary. This is just mildly amusing. Come on, vegan, don't be a chicken.
Johnny, don't egg her on.
Hey, that was a good yoke.
Oh, that was even better.
Luckily for our vegan, our padding is made out of soy and tofu. It looks like real padding, but it tastes like real beef.
Now let's go back to the top of the course.
Is it over yet? Heck no, we're just getting started.
Check out lifeguard Tiffany Garcia heading towards the hoops.
Ooh, a chihuahua.
Let's see how Tiffany fares on the second half of the hoops. Here she goes. Oh, she's back.
Yeah, she must really be having fun if she wants to do it again.
These hoops are no day at the beach.
Let's see our lifeguard Wipeout and Baywatch super slow-mo. Take a look, it's a big hit here and even bigger in repeats.
People have been taking shots at our hoops all day, Johnny.
Ooh, redunculous.
Not in my house.
Yeah!
Air ball.
Alley-oops.
Yes, and it counts.
Dipsy-do-dunkaroo, baby! Jill, who's next?
All right, guys, I'm down here with Jesse Carry-On. Your dad, right?
That's correct. I have 4 children, and my fiance also has 4 children.
Oh,
We're like
wow.
the Brady Bunch plus, what, 1, 2?
Brady Bunch? I love the Brady Bunch. Anderson, I got this one. Mr. Brady, here's a story about a wall named Sucker Punch who's been bringing down some very lovely contestants.
Oh, Jesse gets Brady punched, but keeps on going.
Oh, his nose! Jesse takes a glove to the face like Marcia took a football to the nose.
Wow, somebody's watched a lot of Brady Bunch.
Founding father of the Florence Henderson fan club, my friend.
Ooh, Jesse's made it onto the second big ball. And he's off the second big ball.
And just like Greg in Hawaii, Jesse surfs the second ball and wipes out. I'm telling you, never should have taken that evil tiki idol from Mom. When it's time to change obstacles.
Oh, I get it. Your voice is cracking, like Peter Brady.
My voice is cracking?
Oh, crack-a-lacka! Jesse getting manhandled by the shake later, but he crawls to that second set of ropes. Hey, Brady crunched.
Another hard hit on Jesse. Maybe it's time to change tactics.
I think that's a good idea, John. And he's doing it now, going over on his back instead of his stomach. That's interesting. Let's see how Jesse handles the end of the shake-a-later.
Oh, a very Brady Wipeout indeed. I love the shake-a-later. Mike Brady himself couldn't have designed it any better.
And poor Jesse still has to get through the shapeshifter.
Ooh, circle takes the square, uncomfortably. Curse you, evil tiki gods.
Jesse wedged in there upside down and, upended into the water. Jesse finishing with a disappointing time of 9:21. The Brady Bunch is in danger of being canceled.
What? Canceled? I watch it every day at 4:30.
Yeah, it was canceled back in the 70s. You're watching reruns.
Oh, well, that would explain the hair. We are back on Wipeout. Yeah, tonight we have a big surprise ending for you people. Spoiler alert, somebody is gonna walk away with $50,000.
Somebody wins $50,000 every week.
Yeah, but this week it's somebody new.
Oh, well, in that case, let's get back to our qualifier. Jill's down with our next contestant.
All right, guys, I'm down here with Rob Dickey. Rob, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
So what special skills do you have?
Numbers. I'm really good at numbers. Basically, almost like picture memory of numbers.
Really?
Yeah. 25, 6, 7, 4, 2, 1, 1, 1, 5. 15, 28, 1, 1, 8, 9, 2.
Hey, I have that same special skill, John. Watch. 6, 2, 7, 8, pi, F, semicolon, ampersand. So, what is this guy's actual deal with numbers, anyway?
He just likes them, John. Thinks he's good with them.
Oh, slapstick comedy and a math quiz. Truly the lowest common denominator.
Well, let's see if he can count the number of jabs the sucker punch delivered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that wall is really kicking some math.
Our math whiz is no doubt calculating his probability of getting over the big balls here. Show your work.
Oh, Rob getting his numbers crunched.
Now Rob Dickey's about to face a very simple problem. It's the shake-a-later. On one side, off the other.
Oh, and he's divided by that velvet rope. Hangs on for a fraction, but the shake-a-later carries this remainder into the water.
Our math whiz is up to the final obstacle, the shapeshifter.
See how he is with geometry. Oh, and it rings his bell curve.
But true math whiz knows you can take the hypotenuse of a triangle, divide it by a 10-mile-an-hour wind resistance, add a 15-degree jump angle, and get the perfect trajectory to land on the final platform. Rob's miscalculation, he jumped straight down.
Still, with a time of 3:56, a very co-efficient run for our math whiz. Now, back at the Shakelator, we have 23-year-old Catherine Thoma, who looks thrilled to be here.
Okay, maybe not, but she is excited to be representing.
Single ladies. Catherine, basically, can I say that you want a boyfriend today?
Yeah, and if he's like 6 foot, tall, dark, and handsome, he likes to cook, bring home the money.
Well, at least she's not picky. Let's see if she goes for something mechanical, shaky, and with ropes on.
Oh, the Shakelator immediately sweeps her off her feet.
And just like that, she's showing her clingy side.
Well, at least she's made a connection. She's definitely heels over head. Gee! Oh, the Shakelator wants to see other people.
It didn't take the Shakelator long to figure out it's just not that into her.
Catherine has one final shot at love, though, Johnny. It's the shapeshifter.
Oh! She gets denied one last time. The shapeshifter tried to put a ring on it.
Now approaching the Shakelator is David Damiani. Jill found out why he's a little gaga earlier.
David, what's something that no one knows about you?
Oh, my mother, for some reason, kept me sleeping in a crib since I was like 7 years old. Yeah.
Wait a minute, you were in a crib until you were 7?
Yeah. Yeah.
You think that's weird? David wore diapers until he was 21. Really? No, but he's not up here to defend himself.
Oh! Let's see how long it takes big baby David to walk.
Wow! He's calling out for his mom, and he's only halfway through the Shakelator.
Maybe the Shakelator's rocking will lull him to sleep.
Or maybe that rope will give him diaper rash.
Either way, our bouncing baby boy is getting burped by the Shakelator.
John, it looks like big baby David is hanging on to his childhood for as long as he can. Sometimes you just gotta cut the cord, David.
Good advice.
Who else do we have on this course? John, who's that, and where did he get that awesome T-shirt?
That's Jahed Khan, and he told Jill all about that fancy shirt.
Why isn't he moving?
I have no idea.
Where did you get that nice T-shirt you have on?
abc.com. abc.com, right.
So, let me guess, you wore this T-shirt thinking that our big balls would be nice to you, huh?
I think so, yes. That's why they gave it to me. abc.com, you know.
Let's plug abc.com one more time.
I'm the only one who got it, so abc.com, you know.
abc.com, abc.com.
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 Or abc.com.
Jahed up to our big balls, and, well, let's see if he gets half as many hits as abc.com.
Oh! We have to see that again. Oh! Commercial break.
You know, John, he's not the only one advertising how hard the big balls are.
Oh! Magically malicious.
Oh! He's cuckoo for big balls.
The big balls give a licking and keep on ticking.
Piece of cake.
I'll tell you what's not a piece of cake. The Shakelator. Rico Curtis is about to find out why.
It says here he calls himself Rolling Thunder.
Now he's getting thunderstruck by the Shakelator.
Valiant efforts.
Valiant effort indeed, Jill, but Rolling Thunder Rico Curtis is going to need more than that if he's going to get by the toughest obstacle on the qualifier today. Let's enjoy his effort on the shapeshifter. Spectacular!
Oh, that is how you do it.
No kidding, Jill. Rolling Thunder jumps right through that circle and lands on the final platform. Unreal.
A remarkable ending to a very competitive run by Rico. Inspired, and possibly because, as he told us, he has to beat our last contestant of the day, who also happens to be his wife, Rebecca.
Just between us, who do you think's gonna win?
I mean, I gotta hide the guns, you know what I mean? But I think it's gonna be me.
I want to know your special skill. What sets you apart from the other contestants?
You're not even gonna see me. I'm gonna go right through it. I'm gonna win this thing, baby.
Rebecca's calling her shot, John. She's not only beating her husband, at this point, she's got one of the fastest runs of the day. Oh, now that's gonna be a hit to the time, but she's still looking lightning quick.
Oof. Oof is a good word, but I prefer...
Lightning Curtis amping it up here. Makes it over the second set of ropes. She's sure taking the Shakelator to school, Johnny.
Her husband was the only person to make it through the shapeshifter. I think she's got what it takes to be the only person to get across the shakelator.
There's only one way to find out, John. Here she goes. Oh!
Well, I also thought my first marriage was gonna make it.
Lightning's up to the shapeshifter. Let's see if the Curtises can strike twice.
Oh, she made it into the square, John. If she could just right herself and get on that platform.
Oh, that was so close.
Rebecca with a good jump, but the square grounds this lightning bolt and short circuit.
But Rebecca still finishes with a very nice time, 4:28, which is third fastest of the day, so both she and her husband will be moving on. Also advancing, rock star Eli Gurian, lifeguard Tiffany Garcia, and math whiz Rob Dickey.
Also joining them will be single lady Catherine Toma, big baby David Damiani, and Jahed ABC.com.
Welcome back to Wipeout,
where we turn frowns and our contestants upside down. We started with 24 contestants, and after the qualifier, we're down to 12. Who's left, John?
Allow me to tell you. We have the human pretzel, Amber Brodner, vegan, Kimberly Dreyer, and the math whiz, Rob Dickey.
We also have single lady Catherine Toma and our married couple, Thunder and Lightning, Rico and Rebecca Curtis. Johnny, be quiet for a second.
I'm not talking.
Do you hear that?
No.
It's the calm before the storm. The drum roll before Fonzie jumps the shark. The beating of my heart before I fall in love with a double cross all over again, and you know how love hurts.
Here's how the double cross works. Our 12 contestants begin on a 10-foot high platform as 4 planks move around and around. Contestants must jump onto one of the green planks to start, then use the one red plank to get to the unstable table on the other side.
But look out, because in their way are 4 sweeper arms swinging around in the opposite direction. Contestants wipe out, they have to start the whole thing all over again.
Our contestants are up, they are ready to get crossways, so let's get started.
Let's do this.
Single lady hitting on Rico Thunder Curtis, who's married. Hey, single lady, maybe you'd have a better chance with single guys.
Well, the double cross is underway, and here they go. Oh, 2 get crossed off immediately.
Big baby David gets spanked. Oh, and then sent to his room. That'll stunt your growth.
Eli's on, and our rock star seems to have his own cheering section.
Well, that's what happens when you're a rock star. And all the fans rush the stage after him and then take stage dives.
But our rock star's off to that finish spot.
Oh! Eli's a rolling stone who can't get no satisfaction. Jumping jack splat.
Oh. Our double cross getting crossed with the contestants. The lifeguard goes in the deep end, and our single lady gets dumped.
Rob the math whiz travels the radius of our circle. Ooh, our vegan gets squashed.
Math whiz is up, looking to take that #1 spot.
Computes the proper vector, and yes, his calculations are correct. And our math whiz is the first contestant moving on.
That leaves 5 spots. Big baby David leaves the training wheels behind as he makes it to the center. And straight to the finish, he's moving on as well.
They grow up so quickly, John.
With Big baby David claiming that 2nd spot, now only 4 remain. But Lightning, Rebecca, and the Rockstar are on, and our Rockstar has definite staying power as he goes sprinting down the red plank and...
Our Rockstar has no sense of rhythm. That platform tips every 9 seconds, and you gotta time it right.
We still have the 4 spots open.
I see you, babe. I see you, babe.
Thunder rumbling some cheers for his wife, Lightning Curtis, but no good.
Vegan gets hit by the sweeper arm, but's holding on like bacon wrapped around a fillet.
Not that she would know what that deliciousness is like.
And our Rockstar has once again made it to center stage. What was that?
Jahed ABC.com jumps our vegan, then scares her off faster than you can say haggis, just as the bar sends ABC.com into the water / starting platform.
Still 4 spots left, and our Rockstar's a stone's throw away from the finish platform, and Eli advances.
Come on! And he will rock us in the next round.
All right, ladies.
We're trying. I'm trying here. I'm trying.
Good point, Jill. All the guys are moving on so far. The girls need to step it up.
Hi.
And our single lady has made it to the middle.
How you doing?
And there she goes again, just hitting on the married man. Honey, trust me, it never works out for the other woman. And his wife looks angry, so she's on her way to break up the affair. Then again, Lightning always follows Thunder.
Other way around, John. But Thunder's up and rumbling down that red plank.
Oh! Double cross stole his Thunder.
Our single lady finally coming onto the red plank and...
Rejected.
Oh, Amber the human pretzel wraps herself around the bar and making her way to the middle. Now the lifeguard is on the bar.
What is it with these ladies? Riding the pole.
All ladies to the center stage.
Rebecca's lining up that red plank.
Oh, wowie. The platform catches lightning in a bottle.
Well, we still have 3 spots open. Human Pretzel headed for that finish. Ooh, gets hit by the bar.
Oh my God. Shoot my God is right. With one fell swoop, the sweeper arm takes out the lifeguard and the Human Pretzel.
Have I mentioned 3 spots open? Lightning at it again. A bit of a struggle. She's made it to the middle. Lifeguard right behind her. Single lady's made it again as well.
Lightning is up and the lifeguard is trailing behind.
The double dash. Lightning has made it to the finish spot. Lifeguard's got to get off that table before it tips. Go!
Oh, amazing! That fills 2 of our spots, leaving 1 question left unanswered. Who will be the last contestant moving on?
Thunder makes a move and rendezvous with our single lady.
Come on, baby.
His better half, either trying to help him remember his marriage vows or trying to get him to the next round.
But single lady ending the affair. Oh, she needs to hurry.
Please don't do me.
And she has made it to the finish and claims that final spot.
You're definitely gonna get a boyfriend now.
I hope so.
And with that, we have our final 6. Among them are Math Whiz Rob Dickey, Big Baby David Damiani, Rockstar Eli Gurian, Rebecca Lightning Curtis, Lifeguard Tiffany Garcia, and Single Lady Catherine Toma.
Welcome back. We are pleased to have you with us here on Wipeout,
providing you with your recommended daily dose of calcium, iron, vitamin D, and wipeouts.
After double-crossing 6 contestants off our list, we are left with 6 stalwarts gunning for our $50,000 prize. They are
Math Whiz Rob Dickey, Big Baby David Damiani, Rockstar Eli Gurian, Rebecca Lightning Curtis, Lifeguard Tiffany Garcia, and Single Lady Catherine Toma.
Of those 6, only 4 can move on to the Wipeout zone. What you got there, Johnny?
Oh, this is a brand new Wipeout cookbook. I thought I'd whip up something at lunch, you know, in our brand new Wipeout cafeteria.
You mean cafeteria spinner?
Yeah, it's more of a lazy Susan today, John.
Okay, well, they'll have to stay on this lazy Susan as long as possible. Contestants must jump over this bar every time it swings around. If they go under the bar or fall into the water, they're out of the round.
In addition, contestants can grab for this brass ring and earn a $1,000 bonus. But, John, it won't be easy because serving lunch today are my personal chefs, and they specialize in a low-fat, high-impact diet.
4 rounds, the last person standing in each round moves on to the Wipeout zone.
Hey, you know, I got a nice dessert recipe right here. It's a pound cake with the emphasis on ache.
Funny, see, I thought you'd emphasize pound.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's grab a tray. The line has formed at the cafeteria.
Math Whiz trying hard to calculate his odds of making it to the Wipeout zone, and Big Baby David looks ready to be fed like a baby bird.
John, I think he has his eye on that $1,000 ring.
Well, we'll find out if he's able to buy a warmer for his baby wife, because here we go. The food is flying, and
whoa! Big Baby David straight for that $1,000, but he's sacrificed his chances of winning this round.
Yeah, John, it's like he was trying to jump out of his crib. He snagged the ring, but then the spinner puts him in timeout.
John, that leaves our 5 grown-up contestants to battle it out under a hailstorm of Italian delights. They're handling this terribly, the trifecta.
The lifeguard in the pool, Rockstar down in the quarry, and our single lady just following a man. This is sad.
Oh, nice.
Math Whiz likes his odds of getting pummeled.
Oh, was that a watermelon?
Not sure, Jill, but the Math Whiz is feeling it, and here comes a pizza projectile. Yeah. Finally, Math Whiz gets pied, but it's Lightning Rebecca Curtis who's down and out.
That means our Math Whiz wins a free trip to the Wipeout zone and all the cabbage and sausage he can eat.
Yeah! This is not the most sanitary event.
Tell me about it. One of our chefs isn't even wearing pants, which, as you know, is the way I like to cook at home. I'm telling you, you gotta come over.
All right, guys, we're serving up round 2. Yummy.
Well, Jill, round 1 was culinary chaos, but now that our contestants have a taste of the event and there's no $1,000 distraction, this is gonna be an all-out food fight to see which of these 5 stays on the longest.
Here they go.
Wow!
Oh!
Oh my God, what happened?
Our chef serving up mean cuisine.
Wait, who made it?
No one knows who made it.
What was that?
Or what hit him.
Let's take a look.
The big blow came from the most beautiful dollop of ketchup I have ever seen. Now that's an attack of a killer tomato. I have got to see that again.
5 contestant wipeout. And a closer look shows Rebecca Lightning Curtis still strong without her thunder. She'll be the second to advance to the wipeout zone.
All right, guys, we're cooking up round 3.
Yeah, that sauce is just rancid.
Oh, no one likes to see the single lady suffer like this. Well, maybe the woman whose husband she hit on.
Oh, God!
Single lady getting treated to a little fast food date, but Rockstar has a head of lettuce. Not anymore.
Lifeguard submarine by a wad of dough, sliding in a sea of spaghetti. Arrivederci.
Ciao, Bella. Rockstar getting stoned with globs of dough, but he's making it over the bar, and he'll win it if these two can't.
Sayonara, single lady, and Big Baby David is diaper creamed, and that sends Eli the Rockstar swimming his way into the wipeout zone. Well, John, with one spot left, Big Baby David might be kicking himself for going after that $1,000 ring. He's in the last round with a better chance of getting out of his crib than making it to the wipeout zone.
All right, guys, the food's getting cold, so round 4 has begun. You guys like seafood?
No, I hate seafood.
Too bad.
Whoa! Holy mackerel!
Is there fish?
Yeah, a huge one.
Are you kidding?
Oh, Johnny, are they in for a surprise? This is the final round. Wait till you see what drops in. The lunch lady.
Oh.
John, that's our Wipeout cafeteria lady, and she's brought some very slippery clam chowder to serve us.
That fish must have been a red herring because I did not see him showing up.
Well, obviously the lunch lady is more skilled behind the buffet line, but he's got Tiffany, the lifeguard, in trouble.
Tiffany, back up now, but it is raining pizzas again. Big Baby David confidently taking a bite. He's paying the price. Ooh, down. And now the fish are flying.
Big Baby David is down. He's definitely not getting pampered. Oh, and the lunch lady is back, and she's got a handful of spaghetti.
Tiffany, the lifeguard, can't hang on, and she's beached. Carpe diem. Either Big Baby David or our single lady need to seize the one spot left in the wipeout zone. This has got to be one overtired baby. But he's made it over the bar. Single lady's down, not just desperate, but desperately trying to hang on. Not gonna save it.
Single out.
That's good news for Lightning and even better for Big Baby David. He's one baby step closer to $50,000. Get him to the changing table.
Johnny, I got my eye on a little surf and turf action. I'm gonna leave it up to you to do the leader.
And with that, we are down to our final 4. They are Rebecca Lightning Curtis, Big Baby David Damiani, Math Whiz Rob Dickey, and Rockstar Eli Gurrier. Welcome back to Wipeout. We are down to our final 4 contestants, and even though it's dark, they can see the $50,000. It's so close.
Yeah, but winning that money won't be easy, as they now have to take on our Wipeout zone.
The Wipeout zone is made up of 4 challenging stages. It begins here at the Dreadmill launch, where contestants free fall 40 feet and bounce into Arctic-like waters.
Then it's a short swim over to the Gutbusters, where they'll have to crawl up these blocks through the hoop and across to the other side.
After enduring that pounding, our contestants move on to our flight of Cinestairs. Have to climb to the top of a spinning spiral staircase of trouble without being taken down by 2 ruthless sweeper arms.
Finally, our finest 4 will have to make their way through the gauntlet.
The crankshaft winds it up, followed by the fearsome-looking blades of fury, then across the bruising beater-totter and through the hoop to the finish platform.
4 contestants remain, and the one with the best time goes home $50,000 richer.
Up first, Rebecca Curtis, who's hoping to storm through the wipeout zone.
Rebecca Lightning Curtis struck twice in the qualifier and the double cross, but left her thunder behind when she went on to the food fight. We'll see if one Curtis in the zone is enough to bring home the money.
Rebecca is up top, the Dreadmill launch sequence initiated. The countdown beginning, and Rebecca is off, crashing through sheer descent and dropping 40 feet into the waters of the wipeout zone.
Yeah, it's key to get a lot of speed out of that Dreadmill, and Rebecca gets good distance off the bound.
He's now up to the Gutbusters. These take speed and daring, John.
That hoop tonight is going to make it even more difficult. Ooh, a slip. The hoop almost making her fall right there.
Holding on. Does she have the strength here? No! She grabs onto that hoop, but the block drops out from beneath her. Lightning crashes down into that water below. Rebecca returning to the Gutbusters now for her second opportunity. Right through the hoop, no problem.
Oh, a slip backwards. She's going down again.
John, she just didn't have her balance on the block, fell backwards, and didn't have the arm strength to hang on.
Back for a third run on these gut busters. He's quickly getting back up for a face-off with that dreaded hoop.
Diving through, though, no fear.
Raced on the block. Oh, took a punishing hit, but managed to hang on and avoid another disaster there.
And she's across.
Now she is finally off to confront the Sinistairs.
She's gonna need to be clean the rest of the way to set a strong time to beat. Oh, and our only woman manning up for the Sinistair run. I love it.
Avoids that sweeper arm. Rebecca going into overdrive, pushing her way to the top. A stellar run up those stairs.
Yeah, they call her lightning for a reason.
Hits that platform at 545. Great shape now at the gauntlet. First up is that crankshaft. It's an easy pattern, but really tricky to negotiate. She sprints. Oh! Look at that again, John.
Yeah, the crankshaft takes timing and patience. Speed is not the answer, and that is a hard-learned lesson for Rebecca.
Her second shot at the crankshaft. She crosses, now faces the blades of fury, slashing through both sets with ease, and now has that brutal beater totter.
Not easy.
Oh, another hoop at 9:45, fighting exhaustion and a hostile beater totter, holding onto that ring, the totter adding to the difficulty.
Wow, she is showing a lot of grit and determination. She wants that $50,000, John.
Oh, perfect flip through. That's really impressive. So close to the edge, but so far from finishing, pulling herself ever closer to the end, setting up a powerful leap across. She's on, and she is up.
Yeah! Wipeout! I got you!
At 10 minutes, 11 seconds, Rebecca sets a great time to beat, and now David Damiani is hoping to take her down.
Big baby David Damiani took some uneasy first steps on the qualifier, but really hit his stride on the double cross. The food fight made him cranky, and it took him all 4 rounds, but he made it to the wipeout zone. David is up on the Dreadmill, the launch sequence ago. Dreadmill armed, and he is off. Flying out of that sheer descent waterfall, bouncing 4 stories down into the water. What's happened there, John?
His fall was pretty decent, a little bit short, but what's going to cost him is the fact that he's doing the doggy paddle over to the next obstacle. That's kind of weird, but not as weird as sleeping in a crib until you're 7.
Well, David's hitting those gut busters.
Rebecca watching closely, hoping David makes the same mistake she did on her first run.
David approaching that ring. Oh, a slip, and quickly he is down.
That was fast. You know what they say, John? It's the first step that's the hardest, but for David, it was the third.
David right back up on those gut busters for another go. No baby steps here. Halfway through the ring, he's hung up a bit.
Yeah, a bit of a struggle, but he's through nonetheless. John, he is seriously getting thrashed up there. This is why we call him the gut buster.
David hanging on with everything he has, gets to his feet. Ooh, the stumble, a bumble. He's across the platform now.
The wild child is doing things his own goofy way, but at 3 minutes, 23 seconds, it seems to be working. He's way ahead of Rebecca's pace. Ooh, getting clobbered by the bar, but stays on somehow.
Now continues avoiding that sweeper arm again and pulls himself right to the top.
Oh, a leap, a slide, but he's safe.
Yeah, barely. His time less than 4 minutes as he hurries down to the gauntlet.
First up, the crankshaft. Now remember, Rebecca tried to cross with speed. Let's see David's play.
Well, it looks like he may have the crankshaft's number. Oh, what happened?
He had it down, but instead of moving on, he stopped to hop over and just got punished.
Ready to restart the gauntlet, 6:04, still plenty of time if he can keep this run clean. And he is through the crankshaft, now onto the blades of fury. Through the first set. No!
He mistimes it, and those blades just cut David down the side.
The gauntlet proving to be David's downfall. Suddenly, he is running short on time. 9:16, David has less than a minute to catch Rebecca. Probably 1 run left at the gauntlet. $50,000 on the line. David calmly covers that crankshaft.
Now on to the blades of fury. No close shave there. Now he just has to crawl across the beater totter and through that ring.
Oh, slips down, hanging on for the ride.
Johnny, he might have just saved himself from a game-ending wipeout right there. Now he's got to work some last-second magic if he wants the 50 grand.
Our leader watching anxiously, hoping for a fall. David hoping it doesn't come true. Desperately trying to get himself through that hoop. Less than 10 seconds.
hanging on. Oh, and down he goes.
An impressive effort by David, but it is too little too late.
Rebecca Curtis retains the lead, but straight ahead, the battle will get fierce.
Welcome back to Wipeout, where the fight for 50 grand rages on from Gutbusters to the Gauntlet.
We started our day with 24. We're down to just 3, 1 in the lead with 2 still left to challenge.
Currently in first place is Rebecca Lightning Curtis, but up next is Rob Dickey, who's trying to calculate his odds of winning.
Math whiz Rob Dickey managed to solve our qualifier, posting the second fastest time of the day. He followed that up by being the first to qualify in the double cross and at the food fight. And now he's got a 1 in 3 chance of winning it all.
Rob is ready for liftoff. We are go for launch. The Dreadmill's armed, and Rob blasting off. Airborne through the sheer descent with a splashdown into those Wipeout waters. Johnny, what'd you see there?
He got great takeoff speed down that Dreadmill, skipping right into a perfect position to swim to the next platform.
That landing paying dividends as he's quickly onto the Gutbusters. He's got to climb all the way up, through that ring in the center, and across to the other side.
He's making great time so far, slipping through. Ooh, slips across 2. I've never seen that before. It's a risky strategy.
He's across at 51 seconds.
He's the fastest through the Gutbusters so far. If he can keep up with this pace through the Sinistairs, he may be in line for 50 grand.
The sweeper arm grazing Rob as it goes over him. Hanging, oh, not for long.
Lost his grip and got thrown down into that freezing cold water.
Now eyeing up those Sinistairs again.
Oh! Neither strategy has worked so far. The first step he slipped, the second step he couldn't even reach. This is proving costly for Rob.
As he makes his third attempt, he has fallen well behind.
Oh, hitting the head, but with a sense of urgency, Rob manages to pull himself upwards to the top.
And he is across.
Just 7 minutes in, and Rob has finally reached the gauntlet. He's a math whiz, so he may see the pattern right away here, Justin.
Rob doing well early, slight hesitation. Oh, don't hesitate.
Our crankshaft is at odds with Rob, but it gets even, knocking him into the water.
Rob on his last legs, and after starting so strong, he has less than 30 seconds to try and rescue this run. Finally solving the crankshaft, but is it too late? Across, clip there, lucky to still be out of the water.
Rob staring down the beater totter now. It's all that stands between him and $50,000.
Less than 15 seconds to go.
That ring really slowing Rob down, and the beater totter not helping either.
Trying to get through that ring, losing the handle, he falls down, and that's gonna do it for Rob Dickey. He is out of time.
Mrs. Curtis retains her lead, and there is only one man left to challenge her, geologist Eli Gurian.
Our rock star made it crystal clear that he was a competitor in the qualifier. He showed no signs of erosion on the double cross and at the food fight, digging up a spot in the wipeout zone.
Let's go.
Eli gearing up for that launch. The Dreadmill's armed. It's the final countdown tonight. Off he goes, turns on the rockets, flying down 40 feet, bouncing right next to the ramp. Perfect position.
Yeah, John, that's the best jump we have seen so far today. Rob was pretty good, but Eli, perfect speed, perfect jump right up to that platform. That should give him a great head start.
Let's see if he can take advantage and carry momentum right through to the Gutbusters. Rebecca survived 2 challenges, 1 more to go. Eli jumping onto that ring. Oh, absorbs a blow to the chin. He's just hanging on by his fingertips now.
Yeah, our geologist getting a first-hand lesson in earthquakes, courtesy of the Gutbusters.
Going to his knees. Really haven't seen it done like this before. Oh, the rocks are sliding to the finish platform.
Well, a little luck goes a long way in the wipeout zone, Johnny.
He'll need a lot more than luck to get up these Sinistairs. Times that jump just right. Oh, holds I'll blow from the sweeper arm. And now turning on the afterburners, he races to the top.
And he's across to the gauntlet already.
With a time of 1:35, he's ahead of Rebecca's pace by 4 minutes.
He is tearing through this course so far, but remember, the gauntlet has been tearing up everybody's times tonight.
Eli perfectly in sync with the crankshaft. No problems there. And just as quickly through our twin blades of fury.
Eli, in less than 2 minutes, is the fastest ever to the beater totter. He is burning up this course.
Fall down.
Rebecca really hoping for a wipeout. Needs a wipeout from Eli if she's going to keep her #1 spot. Remember, though, Johnny, the beater totter has been a game changer all night. And he is across.
What is he doing? He doesn't even seem to be trying. I'm not sure he understands what to do here.
Eli had no trouble with the gutbuster hoop, but fighting this one here, twisting now, sliding, slipping, clutching. Oh, he's lost his grip. Oh, well, look at it again.
Yeah, Eli doing everything he can to hang on, but it was just too much as he slipped into the water.
After that long swim, Eli looking spent. One fall bringing all kinds of drama back here into the wipeout zone. He's up to the crankshaft for a second time. Seems to have that pattern down.
Now up to the blades of fury, looking to cut him down to size.
Eli maintaining his poise through both sets. The 50 grand still there for the taking, but he has to settle a score with the beater totter.
Yeah, and that is clearly his Achilles heel, John. Another wipeout could spell doom for our young geologist. Oh, the totter with uppercuts to the chin.
It's nerve-wracking, isn't it? It's completely nerve-wracking over here.
Eli again wasting valuable time on the ring. This is where he lost his footing, fell into the water.
He's through the ring, not pretty at all, but style points don't matter with 50 grand on the line.
A little disoriented from that flip, but now steadying himself with the hoop. Suddenly it's his best friend coming full circle. Leaping to victory on the platform at 7:52. Eli Gurian is your Wipeout champion.
You just won $50,000. You just won Wipeout.
Well, congratulations, Eli. 50 grand is serious dough.
Can you smell what the rock star is cooking?
We appreciate your time and invite you to join us next week when we will have 24 new contestants taking on even crazier new obstacles and, of course, tons of wipeouts. I'm John Anderson.
And for our colleague Jill Wagner, I'm John Henson saying good night and big ball.